Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's evening from your end, maybe morning from my end, but let's just say good afternoon to you in Monrovia. Please share this live. Share this live. Share this live. Let's talk about the issues. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, share the live. Invite people to join. Let's talk. Let's talk about this, guys. Please share the live. Invite people to join. Please share the live. This live is going to be very brief, but I typically have something to say, and I thought it wise to do a proper video. You know what I mean? I thought it wise to do a proper video because if I do a short video, a lot of you may not understand me. Let's talk about this in depth. I should have done this video a long time ago, but I didn't have the luxury of time. Invite people to join this live. Let's have this conversation. Let's have this conversation. This is about Prophet Key, and the Justice Ministry. I'm not going to say the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court falls under the Ministry of Justice. So this is about Prophet Key and the Ministry of Justice, okay? So share the live. Let's have people come. Share the live. This live is not going to be one-sided. This live is going to be talking about the errors of the Prophet Key man himself and the errors of the Justice Ministry as well. So please share the live, guys. Don't sleep. Share it. Share the live. Let me start by saying words are meant to be used, but profane words are not meant to be used. Take that down. I repeat, words are meant to be used, but profane words are not meant to be used. Let it be very clear, in as much as I am about to put the whole Department of Justice, Ministry of Justice on blast. Let it be very clear that I am not a supporter of Prophet Key, and I do not endorse, support, or approve of the method that he uses to pass his message. Yo, la good English. I not support Prophet Key causing Marcus. I not approve of Prophet Key causing Marcus. But does Prophet Key deserve to be sentenced to 6 months of imprisonment just because he caused the Chief Justice man? No. Let's start from the very nitty-gritty. And I'm going to try to be as simple as possible. Like I said, share the live. Share the live, guys. I can't be talking to 42 people. It don't make sense. If I have to talk to 42 people, I turn the whole live off and go sit down. If I make a short video, it will go viral more than the live. So why can't I be here talking to 32 people for? It's not making sense. You share the live. I'm here for that thing. If not live, what they causing Marcus now, you'll be all on a sharing it. Share the live. Comment where you're watching from. Engage with the live. Engage with it. Let me know I'm talking to people. Let me see comments on the video. Respectful comments now. Any attempt for you to be disrespectful on a year, you will go. Yaka. So share the live. I see the numbers coming up. Share the live. Let's have this conversation. After I do my introduction, I will give you the opportunity to join the live and, express yourself, give your view. But for now, I really want to land with my point. This is how it all started. Prophet Key was sent a communication. In that communication, he was asked to appear before the Supreme Court judges, appear before the bench. Who sent the communication? The Supreme Court. Who authorized the communication? The Supreme Court. Who was he meant to appear before? The Supreme Court. Why was he asked to appear? Because the Supreme Court had an issue with him. So let's just establish in this case that the Supreme Court was the complainant, the Supreme Court was the prosecutor, the Supreme Court was the jury, the Supreme Court was the judge, and the Justice Ministry was the implementer of everything that the Supreme Court did. Now, like I said, Prophet Key was summoned to come and give cause as to why he has been insulting the mother of the Chief Justice. He's been cursing the Chief Justice, Baba Marcos. Now, what I expected the Chief Justice to do was to sue Prophet Key for slander, for defamation of character. However way, it was supposed to be a civil case, not a criminal case. And he was supposed to sue Prophet Key in a civil court, not at the Supreme Court. Like, cases don't just fly to the Supreme Court just because the Chief Justice is involved. It doesn't happen like that. There are procedures. And I'm very disappointed in the Ministry of Justice. The Boakai-led administration, the Ministry of Justice, under the Boakai's administration, I'm disappointed that they sat down and allowed this to happen under their watch. This is a complete abuse of power. Like I said, am I endorsing Prophet Key and his the channel that he uses to express himself? No. I consider Prophet Key very limited in his use of words and vocabulary. I consider him handicapped when it comes to speech, because if a man has to resort to causing markers to express himself, then he is limited. He is handicapped. He is bankrupt intellectually, morally, academically, and vocabulary-wise. So I do not support Prophet Key. Let it be clear. I don't support what he does. But the route that the Ministry of Justice took, the route taken by the Ministry of Justice through the Supreme Court for Prophet Key, was totally wrong. It was an abuse of power. No, it was a weaponization of power, institutional power. This is called weaponization of institutional power. And that should not be happening in this day and time. This is 2026. What was done to Prophet Key belongs to the dark ages. Ain't no way in my own country they can gather, weaponize the Ministry of Justice against me. Put me in Zialetule. For what reason exactly? So like I said, Prophet Key insulted the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice feels bad. All he needs to do is sue Prophet Key. Sue him for defamation of character. Sue him for slander. Sue him for libel if the case is. Slander if Prophet Key talk it. Libel if Prophet Key read it. Sue Prophet Key as an independent person, as a civilian, as a citizen of Liberia. Not to use your power as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia to arrange, concoct a bench of your associates. Feed them with your intention. And then grab Prophet Key and put him in jail. That was wrong. The normal path. Thank you, Dede. Thank you, Seidu. Thank you, Romana. The normal way, the normal route they should have taken would have been to, sue him in a court, sue the man, sue him for defamation of character. If Prophet Key cursed Mama, I am suing him for defamation of character. So I just want to make it clear, because I made a short video yesterday and people think that I am endorsing Prophet Key and what he did. No. And that is not justice. Thank you, Dede. This is why I put this picture of the Ministry of the court, the Temple of Justice, and all of the other district courts. You see that symbol of justice where the woman is standing like this and her eyes are closed? Justice not supposed to see, and justice not supposed to have feelings. And this is why I'm not just talking about the Supreme Court. I'm talking about the Ministry of Justice as a whole. The Ministry of Justice is very biased. When Julie Andy, or Andy, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, no disrespect intended. When Julie Andy decided to sue Prophet Key because Prophet Key was cursing her, this same Ministry of Justice, this same Department of Justice, this same Justice Department of Liberia, they were the ones that threw that case out of the court. They dismissed that case without prejudice, quote and unquote. During Julie Andy's time, 50 or 100 women came out on the streets to protest as to why Julie Andy will not receive justice, because a lot of women felt insulted that because of the words Prophet Key was using. Because of the words that Prophet Key was using. They felt insulted. They felt stripped of their dignity for Prophet Key to be causing big something inside something cause. These women came out as individuals and as a group to fight for morality. But the Ministry of Justice turned their eye the other way at that time. Because justice was not justice at that time, because it did not affect one of their own. Justice only became justice because it is affecting one of their own, the Chief Justice in question. That is foolery. That is prejudice. That is being biased. You cannot run a public office based on your emotions. Where was the Chief Justice and all of the associate judges and the Ministry of Justice as a whole when Julie Andy and our mothers were crying for justice? If at that time this disciplinary action had been carried out against Prophet Key would not have come back to still be cursing Marcus. But because it did not affect the Chief Justice at that time, the Chief Justice was quiet. The Chief Justice was mute. This is the nonsense that goes on in our Liberian community. When it doesn't affect you, you keep quiet. When it affects you, you come and cry mad, cry crazy. Who care about the Chief Justice? Who care if the Chief Justice ma was being insulted? Is the Chief Justice mother better than the mothers of every other person that Prophet Key been cursing out here? Is the Chief Justice mother better than the mother of Julie Andy? Or is the Chief Justice mother even better than the Julie Andy that living? Matter of fact, if possible, Chief Justice ma feeling dying. She feeling dying, she can't hear it. But Julie Andy is still alive. Julie Andy, along with the thousands of other people where Prophet Key that cost their ma and they sue Prophet Key. What happened? What happened that time? The Ministry of Justice, I'm not going to say the Supreme Court, the Ministry of Justice, because the Supreme Court is under the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry of Justice, under this Boakai-led administration, what happened? What happened? They turned their eye the left way. They refused to look into it because they are mad and were not important. They are mad and were not involved. It said that their man is more important than our man that Prophet Key had been causing since John was a pope. Eh? Don't tell me I don't know the Constitution of Liberia. I will break it down. If you are just coming, I clearly said it. I do not support Prophet Key and his method of insulting or using profanity in trying to express his point. Prophet Key trying to use profanity to express his point proves that he is very limited when it comes to vocabulary. He is limited, he is bankrupt, and he has no moral uprightness in him if he has to use such profane words to pass his point across. Eventually, those points don't even get passed across. But obviously, it hurting the Chief Justice. Obviously, it hurting the Chief Justice. Now, the only reason, I repeat, the only reason, says Margaret, give me 1 minute, I come here, I'll bring you on, Mama. I sent you this video because I wanted you to be here. The only reason why the Chief Justice would, or the Supreme Court, should be summoning Prophet Key is if the insult he has been insulting has the capacity to undermine the power of the Supreme Court and all of the judges in the Supreme Court. But Prophet Key didn't cause all the other judges them, man. Prophet Key did not cause all the other judges them, man. Prophet Key only caused the Chief Justice, man. The Chief Justice feel hurt. He should have sued Prophet Key. Prophet Key now had to go explain where he saw the Chief Justice man who get leaking water or all the nonsense he was saying about the Chief Justice. Even when Prophet Key said the Chief Justice is corrupt, yes, Prophet Key needed to go to the civil court to go show proof of why he said the Chief Justice is corrupt. Now let us go to Prophet Key. Prophet Key, words are meant to be used, but profane words are not meant to be used. And I hope that when he comes out of jail, he will see this video. In fact, when I post this live, I will re-record this live and post this live as a video so he can see it. Prophet Key, words are meant to be used, but profane words are not meant to be used. But that does not mean Prophet Key should be in South Beach for 6 months just because he caused Chief Justice man. So the day he caused President man, he will go to jail for 10 years old. Ordinary Chief Justice, he go for 6 months. When he caused President man, then a lifetime imprisonment. 6 months exactly. For what exactly? For what exactly? All the other people that have been going to court, that people cost their man, and at 10,000 LD, you can ask them to pay. And that 10,000 LD, you can ask people to pay and you're free them. So what's up with sentencing Prophet Key to 6 months of imprisonment? Just because he caused Chief Justice man. Now, let me come back to Prophet Key. It's one thing to talk. It's another thing to have sense. This whole situation, it really exposed the fact that Prophet Key doesn't have sense, yeah? I won't laugh, but I won't laugh because I want for you to know how I'm serious. This whole situation, it exposed the weakness of Prophet Key. It exposed Prophet Key's incapacities. It exposed the porousness in Prophet Key's whole intelligence and academic foundation. How the hell Supreme Court asked you to appear before them and you went before them, number one, first of all, without a lawyer? The moment I saw the Supreme Court told Prophet Key to go come back with a lawyer, I knew that they wanted to hold him tight, but they wanted to leave it on the inability of his lawyer to rescue him, because the Supreme Court also knows that what they were doing, it could be argued. Prophet Key needed a lawyer that will argue out the fact that whatever Prophet Key said about the Chief Justice was not meant to undermine the office of the Chief Justice or the Supreme Court as a whole. Whatever he said was aimed at the Chief Justice and his personal life. If Prophet Key had a lawyer who was going to argue that point, the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court and the whole bench would have not been able to jail Prophet Key, but they would have been able to sue Prophet Key in a lower court. Not they, but the Chief Justice himself would have been able to sue Prophet Key. That's why I say it's okay to talk, but do you know your rights? I'm not talking for us in the diaspora because we're not born yet. We don't have rights. But in your own country, where your ma and your pa born you, do you know your right? Or do you only know how to come on Facebook and spew expletives, use profanities and all that? Do you know your right? Prophet Key should have had a lawyer. That lawyer was meant to argue the fact that Prophet Key should not have been summoned to the Supreme Court. Whatever it is that Prophet Key said about the Chief Justice was aimed at the Chief Justice alone, was not meant to undermine the efficacy and the powers of the Supreme Court. That lawyer, Prophet Key could not either afford or he didn't think it wise to have a lawyer. I don't know how you manage. How in heaven's name, Supreme Court, they call you. You know they're planning for you. Then you are brave to go there and say, if the case, you call me, then you have to find a lawyer for me. Let me tell you, when you choose to be a political commentator, when you choose to be a political analyst, you become a political figure. You become an icon of politics. You gotta be, your brain gotta be correct. You may not be extra smart, but you should know what you're doing. So my question is, what happened to Prophet Key's supporters that they couldn't get him a seasoned lawyer? I'm not talking about any kind of lawyer. Why is it that Prophet Key's supporters could not get him a seasoned lawyer? So the Supreme Court called Prophet Key, say, can't explain yourself. Prophet Key go there and say, then you have to find a lawyer for me. He made it easy. He made it easy. He made it easy for them to, they gave him their own lawyer. They gave him their own lawyer. And that their own lawyer that they gave him, that has on. Because, first of all, if they give you a lawyer, it's either that lawyer owes them a favor, and that lawyer is bound to repay that favor. That lawyer not coming to defend you against those people there. Somebody say the lawyers refuse to defend him. Thank you. Why would lawyers refuse to defend you? Lawyers in Liberia are very corrupt. Cases in Liberia pass by who you know. Those lawyers that refuse to defend him, they refuse to defend him not because they do not know what is right, not because they do not know that the Supreme Court is trying to oppress Prophet Key. Those lawyers refuse to defend Prophet Key because tomorrow, when their own personal cases that they took money from get before these judges, they want these judges to be able to, repay the favor. These judges will not say, you are defending Prophet Key against me. I will make sure your case go against you. Because justice in Liberia is not blind. Justice in Liberia is partial. Justice in Liberia is prejudiced. Justice in Liberia is one-sided. Justice in Liberia is privileged. Justice in Liberia is not equal. Justice in Liberia is not balanced. So that's why there was no lawyer to defend Prophet Key. I bet you, Jessica, even without a lawyer, I was going to free myself. The fact that you get the brain, the mind to come on Facebook to cause my cause, under the brain that you can use to cause my cause should be some sense that you can use to defend yourself. How is it that Prophet Key went to that place? First of all, he was intimidated, hence the apology. Prophet Key was intimidated, he was scared, hence the apology. Hence him coming on live to scout the support of, his followers to stand with him. He was urging people to come out and demonstrate and protest. It doesn't work like that. At this point, Prophet Key is practically standing by himself. The Unity Party is not for him, because he caused them before too. The CDC is also not standing with him because he caused them too. He is standing by himself. And that's the reason why I'm able to, me as a person, I'm able to put my mouth inside it. Because I know how polarized politics can be, and it can really get thick, especially when people think that you belong to a side, it gets ugly. But Prophet Key is practically standing by himself at this point. I want you guys to understand that. Again, I'm not supporting cussing Marcus. But the Marcus where he cussed, that hell me to go to jail for 6 months. Y'all come on, man. Y'all stop that thing. Y'all stop that thing. I see some of you celebrating, some of you rejoicing that Prophet Key went to jail for 6 months for, how they call it, for cussing Marcus. But there are people, the people that killed Princess Cooper, they walk free. Nothing happened to them. How we call it? We call it grace, eh? We call it grace, or we call it a favor of God. The people, the Lebanese people that killed Princess Cooper, they walk free. The guy that slashed Jessica Lloyd throat, that white man, he walked free. The people that took the 3 missing boys, they stay missing today. They walk free. The auditors that they killed gruesomely, no head, no tail. You know how many crimes? Somebody said yesterday, and I listened to them. They were like, as of today, there are 1,900 rape cases in Liberia, but only 25 have been prosecuted. Make it make sense. Y'all got, I'm talking to the Ministry of Justice now. Y'all got energy to run after who caused your man. But you're not getting energy to run after the people that are taking lives of people. The people that are raping children. Selective justice. Thank you. Everybody comment on or yeah. Tell me what you think the justice system is. They are selective. They are biased. They are prejudiced. They are corrupt. I repeat. They dare enter Liberia. Y'all came into court. The whole justice system is corrupt. Me, I don't know how to cause my cost, but I will cause intellectual cost. Yeah. I will cause intellectual cost, and when it's time for us to go to court, me, I even need lawyer myself. I will lawyer myself. Myself will lawyer myself, because this is bullshit, and we should be able to call out bullshit when we see it, especially when it relates to our country. Imagine me being oppressed in the country I was born in. Not be juju be that craziness there, that stupidity there. I repeat, the whole Ministry of Justice, the whole justice system in Liberia is corrupt. When I enter Liberia, you me to jail, I will gladly go there. Nonsense. Stupidity. Eh? Idiocracy. Foolishness of the highest order. That means, okay, I see you carry me. This is nonsense. Cherry picking justice. Thank you. Bunch of corrupt justice called themselves associate judge and Supreme Court judge. Says Margaret, I'm bringing you on. I'm bringing you on. Come on, says Margaret. Anybody want to come on? Hit the call button. I will bring you on. Nonsense.
Good morning.
Good morning, says Margaret. Good morning, my blood boiling. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I am
Hello.
I don't even know where to start. But I
Right.
would start. Or eating something that I don't want to stick in my teeth. I've been praying, Jessica, or hoping that because this man cursing and profanity it has become a part of our society.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the Liberia that I know.
Yes.
It is sad that we have come to this.
Right.
Everywhere you turn, someone is doing your mind this, your mind that.
Right.
That's just us. It is so sad.
It's sad. It is sad.
When it started, I was like, this is not right. It shouldn't be happening.
Mm-hmm.
But no one understood that you cannot build a country around this. This is
Right.
not how you do it.
Right.
But this man thinks that he can. He even did it and went to become a senator.
Who is
And
that?
people were there lifting him up, lifting him up. What I saw yesterday or whatever was that somebody took. When I'm saying this, I'm not caring for why they did it. I am thinking about someone taking a stand and putting this man, shutting him down. This is not right.
Okay.
I hope the justice system
Mm-hmm.
can use that as a stepping stool. Not that he caused his mother, but that it is not right.
Okay, so this is where I'm coming from, says Margaret, right? I want to say this. I don't know if you were aware at the time that Waka just came into power and Prophet Key practically wanted the position of the cultural ambassador. You
Ambassador,
saw
yeah.
how deep and dirty Prophet Key went with the woman, Julie Andy.
Julian,
When Prophet Key went to Liberia, Julie Andy sued Prophet Key. What did the Ministry of Justice do? They dismissed that case.
okay, I was trying to get to
They
that too.
dismissed that case because it did not affect them. Their ma was not involved. But now they
Okay,
want to cry wolf because their ma is involved. It
okay,
don't make sense to me. Wrong does
okay.
not become wrong because it affects you. Wrong
You know
is wrong,
what I'm trying to
irrespective of who
say?
it affects.
That, like I said in my statement, that um I was I don't care. I care how it was done. I do. But once it is done, let's set a precedent. That's what I'm talking about. It has to start from somewhere. All these mending, all these fixings, all these things that we have to fix
It
have to
has to
start
start from somewhere.
from
And I
somewhere.
disagree that it should start from the ranks and files of hierarchy. I disagree. Let us start with the ordinary common man. Then it will
Okay.
serve as a deterrent. Because what it's teaching us now is if you're a big person and they cause your man, and you can send the person to jail. But if you were down there and they cause your man, it can go
I
scot free.
also said, I hope he uses this, or the justice minister, whoever, the government uses this as not to be an individual punishment, but something to deter people from that. And I will also tell you, it cannot start from the citizens. It can't, Jessica. Let's be realistic. These people are ingrained in their behavior. They are so settled in their behaviors. The smallest child will tell you your mind this when you start to talk. Because this man had rained on them so much. Look, they think what Prophet King started. It's not a
And
joke.
there's something against this market. I'm not cutting you off, right? This thing that Prophet Key started, let's be honest. They see CDC before Joshua became president. They all were loving the fact that Prophet Q was causing early
Causing somebody man.
something. After CDC got into power, Prophet Q became a disenchanted sedition, right? Prophet Q started causing Joshua, man, whatever. Unity Party were happy, they were clapping for it. In fact, they didn't want you to send Prophet Q information to use to cause Joshua, man.
You know
Okay.
what I want us not to do as people? I want us, especially you people who have these big platforms. I always talk about how we teach our people civil education. I always talk about how our children are not learning, Jessica. We never use profanity to settle our disputes in
Okay,
Liberia.
so I want to ask you a direct question. Does
Mhm.
Prophet Q deserve to be incarcerated for 6 months because of the use of profanity?
Yeah, you need to be done more too.
Okay. I'll take my brother on the right. Sis Margaret, don't go. Stay on there, please. The brother with the glasses. Good
Yeah,
afternoon to you. I don't know where you
yeah,
are. I'm in the
yeah.
US. Please. Good morning.
Good to know. I saw, I heard in your point, and myself. That's why I decided to come. I'm calling from the United Kingdom. I'm Alexander
Okay.
Clark Collins. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Hello,
from
sir.
Great
How are
Britain.
you?
Yeah, hi. Definitely. What the sister was saying concerning Prophet Key being incarcerated illegally. For me, are on that side. Prophet Key has done a lot of things that have been a really it is wrong to be friend. What Prof keep been doing is stopping people murder all alone.
Mhm.
But for me, the procedure they use to put Prof in jail for me is
Mhm.
totally wrong.
Right.
It defy our constitution, defy our
Right.
kind of human right to do.
Right.
You cannot say because the man insulted the chief justice murder, so therefore you go to
Mhm.
jail. There's
Right.
nowhere in the Constitution that state that someone insulting somebody will make them to
Fire.
go to jail. What I thought they could use against Prophet Key, which is actually constitutional, was the
Right.
defamation of character bit of it.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
they didn't use that point. They used that the Marcos. First of all, they demanded men to apologize to Liberian women. My question is, who is a Liberian woman that came to the court to complain as an applicant
That the Chief Justice
to
man,
to
there are
complain?
two people
Yeah,
we know, Julie
innocent.
Ennis
To
and the
complain
Chief Justice man.
about Prophet King. When Julian Allen complained about Prophet King way back, they dismissed the case. So at the
Mm-hmm.
moment, there is no applicant that is in the register in the Liberian Justice System that complain about Prophet King insulting their mother. The Chief Justice, if he wanted for the Prophet King to be handled, he shouldn't be the presiding person on that matter. If he
Right.
made an application, there should be a separate court to handle
Right.
the case. And then the court will fairly judge that matter. He couldn't be the one to preside over the case that he is an applicant in the case. For
Right. So
me,
he was the complainant, the Chief Justice was the
and he
complainant, the
also
Supreme Court was the
became
complainant, they were the prosecutor,
the presider in the matter.
they
So for
were the
me,
judge, they were the
justice,
jury.
that exactly. So for me, justice was not said at all. At all.
Right.
Prophet King went to jail wrongfully, to be frank. That is I consider as an abuse of power.
Okay.
Me, I do not like Prophet King because of a constant insulting
I
mothers
do
to
not
be
like
with
it
you.
as well.
I don't like Prophet King. But the way in which he was incarcerated is illegal according to the law of Liberia.
Okay.
The
May
chief
I
justice
add to that?
he cannot be an applicant and become a presider on over the case of Prophet King again. And
May
that's
I
for
add
sure.
something to
That's
that?
complete bias. Prophet King could be handled. And not say, there's another thing I noticed about Prophet King again. He accused him of corruption. Building hotel in Nima County. He did not mention anything about the corruption, which means he has consented to the allegation Prophet King made against him that he corrupt.
But
And he
if
brought
they
up
had sued
a moral,
Prophet Key for
to allegation.
defamation of character, they would have had
Yeah,
an avenue to ask Prophet Key to defend what he said. If I say you are a thief,
exactly.
stole
That
my glasses,
exactly.
I should come with
He has
proof
to
that
show
that glasses you stole, I know where you stole it from. So they should have given
exactly.
him the
But he
opportunity.
did not
And
mention.
that opportunity could not be
There's
presented
nowhere they
at
mention
the Supreme Court.
in a verdict or a conviction. There's no any measure about him accusing him of corruption, and he demanding that Prophet King should be apologizing to the Liberian people, the Liberian women. Who is the Liberian
Okay.
woman that came forward and wanted Prophet King and let's say that complained to the court
Now
that
was
Prophet King
Julie Andy
and
2
son their
years
mother?
ago, but they never gave the apology that time.
Exactly,
Okay. May
and
I
they
say
dismissed
something?
the case
May I
was
say something?
dismissed. Yeah,
Let me say something.
yeah.
All that you said, you were on point. She is on point. We are all here on point. Jessica, if you know me, I am someone who brings tough love.
Right.
I really don't care who did what. That country is upside down. Nothing is in place. Yes, it was wrong what it did. That's how stupid our government is. That's how
Thank you.
corrupt our government is. But it stood a ground for something that is meaningful in our society. That is not right. Prophet Key has changed Liberia.
Eh?
He has
No.
changed the Liberia
That's
with
too
that
much to say, Mama.
profanity. Yes, he has. He
Why you
started a
say
man
that? Why
cussing.
you saddle Prophet King with the responsibility and say he
Who
has
started
changed
doing?
Liberia?
Who started doing that man cussing plenty? You didn't get me when I said that. Who started doing that man cuss? Anyone else started doing it?
Yes, yes, yes. The
Who
one
were the
Solomon George,
first to start doing it?
yes, yes, one Solomon George when we are party.
No, no,
Solomon
no,
George
no.
was
I'm not
the
saying when John. So you trying to tell me he started before Prophet Key?
yes, yes.
Me, I'm trying to
Solomon
see who
George.
started before
Yeah.
Prophet King. If that Yeke Koluba started before
Was
Prophet King, or
it?
Prophet King started before
And
Yeke
Started
Koluba.
also,
Prophet Key? No, no. I'm
yeah,
not talking. I know Solomon George. What are you talking about?
yeah.
That was was that something that people will go on? Let's look at what Prophet Key did. Let's pay attention to what he did until he made it something like it should be part of the government. It should be part. That's not right. Come on now.
But these same governments that become
I'm
governments
not talking
today
about
were
the government
opposition
because
yesterday.
to
They
tell you the
kept
truth,
embracing this, Miss Margaret.
Jessica, that thing what you see over there, I may call it government right now. Ain't no freaking government. Ain't no freaking
It's
government.
a child's play.
It's yes. That's what I'm talking about. So when
Sis
anything
Margaret,
can
stay there,
scatter
don't
it.
go, please. Let me take my brother. He's been here for a while. He's not talked yet. My brother without the glasses. Good morning and welcome.
Love that.
We will see him.
You're not seeing because you're on the live. My brother on the top right.
Oh, okay.
You are muted, Papa. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Did you press your mute button?
Okay, sorry. I
Okay.
said that. Thank you for
Okay.
you adding me on the platform. You understand? I've been
Thank you.
monitoring you and everything you are saying. Let me make you to understand. I'm broadcasting from Korea. You understand? So the
Mhm.
matter of fact that a typical Liberian, when you have issue with a personal person, you have the right
Mhm.
to take it to the civil right court. It's not
Right.
matter you are a chief justice to what to suppress the citizen, to use the power that was
Your
given to you
office.
by the citizen to
Right.
suppress an individual. Is a civil case. Now when we take out the justice and ministry close on you, you are a civil citizen like myself. So we
Right.
Yeah.
go
Right.
through the normal procedure. Because
Right.
if you say that you are suing the citizen to a Supreme Court, then mean to say the citizen is part of the government. Then who going to
Right.
judge? Who is going to judge the identical individual?
Right.
I believe say the same citizen, the master is going to judge you both. Because the justice is for what is a judicial for
Right.
the entire citizen of the country.
Yeah.
And the chief justice is part of the citizen. He's a citizen too. Anything that okay. Because for me, I believe he used that as a grudge to prosecute the Prophet Key, to put him into jail, and which when you pass in the
Oh
railing,
yeah,
just the
beautiful,
railing
right?
alone, when you park your car, someone can cost your man. Or police officer can look at you and cost your man where he's in uniform. They
Right.
can look at you and cost your man. So you want to tell me that if I come to that blood tomorrow, okay, they just still have the same system of blood in me. Me have the same equal right, but as your chief justice, I respect him because he is a supreme leader. So if I come to that blood tomorrow, you don't know my standard. I park my car there, or citizen come and cost me. So I have the right to say yes because same I'm a man. Maybe I'm a lieutenant. I came from training out of the country. I'm a lieutenant general for the armed forces of Liberia. But I found straight the UCMG Code of Uniform Justice. How will
Right.
the citizen think about me?
It means you using your office to suppress him. And to a
That's the
point,
fact.
brother, let me paint the picture you're trying to express clearly. Prophet Key appeared at the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice was still seated on the throne. When I say the throne, that is blue
Yes.
chair, where he regalia. That alone is enough to intimidate anybody.
Yes.
If you carry me to court, you should be standing in the other witness box and standing in the other witness box. Two of us should be seated on the table. Other people can sit down.
That's
You
the
can't
Yeah.
fact.
carry me to
That's
court, then you
correct.
want a
That's
podium.
correct. Yeah.
Then guess what? Not just the Chief Justice, all the Associate Justice, they were in a black and red gown. Yeah? You will not be scared. First of all, they
And
set
Jessica,
you
moreover,
up psychologically.
he appointed
Jessica,
his son to become the presiding judge. His son, who
Jessica,
is not even have a law degree.
my fellow panel. I wish the government the thing we're calling government could have used this time to educate even Prophet Key, to change the system that has become the man causing system. I
And
wish they
that's
had
why I'm
used
telling
that.
you about the government, says
But
Margaret.
that's why I
You're not
said not
paying attention
government.
to me.
I don't want you to say I'm saying this because that is not a government. I'm trying to bring light
Also,
to the
they are
fact
not a government
they are
when
not
they
proper.
do these things, but they are a
Jessica,
government when they prosecute Prophet Key.
Jessica, they are not proper. You know, when people keep making mistakes, people who are in authority keep making these mistakes, and we keep hailing them chiefs. This is what make them keep because they know what they're doing. You're gonna come and use that particular time You bring a corrupt, because what you did to him was corrupt. It was corrupt. You took away freedom of speech. Yes, there is freedom of speech.
Right.
He has to talk. That is no reason why a chief justice should come and take a man, put him in jail. No,
Great.
he
Now
should
we're
not.
talking.
No, no,
We
I'm
are not
talking.
talking about the
I'm
morality
talking.
aspect
I
of
will
what
not,
Prophet Q
Jessica.
did
I got
because
one mouth.
have condemned him.
I got one mouth. I will condemn him because what he does is wrong. I will
Okay,
continue to
one
do
minute.
that.
Since you're here to condemn
He
him,
has
Sis Margaret,
taught.
you
He
the
has
co-host
taught
on the
our
show.
people. The youngest child in Liberia knows how to. They don't care anymore. They can just cuss. Prophet Key. I talked to Prophet Key before. You shouldn't be doing that. So it took a corrupt form of law to bring him down, and I'm glad it did that. Thank God, just for 6 months.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
That's
but
what I'm
brother
sorry,
trying
with
to
the
brother.
say.
glasses,
What
can you
that
please
did
give
to
your party statement? Tell us what you want to tell us so that you can leave and I
Corrupt,
can bring other people
corrupt
on.
beget corrupt. Ugly beget ugly.
Sis
Dog
Margaret,
born
you
dog.
here? Wait 1 minute. My brother, give your party statement. Sis Margaret Pash, your co-host here.
okay, man. Personally, I think first of all, I blame the lawyer that represented Prophet Key in that
Right.
process. He
Yeah,
is
lawyer.
complete. Prophet Key lawyer was a complete mungo.
Oh,
He
I didn't know.
doesn't know
I'm
anything
asking a
of it.
legitimate question because I didn't watch it. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
watch it. Mhm.
he had a lawyer, and
Oh,
this
okay. I didn't
guy
know that.
I consider
Mhm.
to be a complete mungo. Because a lawyer who saw all the nonsense that happened. The first thing is to challenge the chief justice to say,
Maybe
look,
his son
first of
was
all,
like Jessica said,
you
intimidated too.
exactly no. I think they
Maybe
just,
himself
as I
was.
said, they just use power on that young man to convict him. His conviction was out of job political, what they call motivation. That's all about. I consider to be because they made it, bro, as a lawyer for who were representing Prophet King. I heard that they appointed him. So like everything had been already set up before even that just proceeding went on. So therefore, I think that guy, if he was a good lawyer, he's like, first of all, challenge the process. The first thing, those who are presiding over the case, you can't be a complainer at the same time become the judge, the
Right.
applicant, and become the one to give how to say the conviction. It's impossible. So therefore, Prophet King shouldn't be in prison. For me, he shouldn't be anywhere in prison at all. Because the process in which that had completely brought our justice system down to zero. There's no credibility in our justice system anymore. Especially
Right. Right.
a Supreme
It
Court
was
judge.
never there.
You know what
It
I mean?
was never
Because
there.
hey, action. Look, we got a lot of big cases in Liberia. First of all, we get people who are invested money from our government, the previous government. There are a lot of people who kill people. Like for those young children rapers, they are still in the system. They are still running up and
That's
down.
what I'm
There are
trying
a
to
lot
say.
of
There
people.
was never
You know, so
justice.
much to be done.
It
That
was
to
never
bring
there.
poverty to
He just
justice for for such a trivial matter that they have no
the
evidence
justice
or
minister
any right to do.
yesterday
To be frank,
only
so
continue doing what they usually do. It was never
yeah,
there. Those, like Jessica said, the three missing men,
three missing
Princess
men,
Copper,
our editors,
Princess
all of
Copper,
them
our
they need to be
editors.
focused on it. You
That's
understand?
my mindset when I come on here, Jessica.
This side
It
thing
was
they need to be
never
looking
there.
at. The previous government, the corruption, the money they stole, like Samuel Toy here up and down, all the people, that thing they need to investigate, that thing they need to look into, not
There is no
someone, a
justice in
businessman mother.
Liberia.
You know, the law to be done in Liberia at the moment.
Impunity
And then just
like
the Supreme
freely,
Court,
rules,
they have
it just
nothing to do.
runs.
I think they are too less busy. They are too less busy.
There's no
They don't know
justice.
what they are doing. To be frank.
The
So for
first
me,
no justice is stealing from the coffers,
yeah,
corrupting the people, giving the people just necessary. There's
the
no
chief justice
justice in
has just
Liberia
admitted
as
to
a
the
whole.
he was accused of corruption. He did not make any comment on the
In
corrupt
Prophet
allegation
Key,
against him.
Prophet, I
And the
think he
man
got
said it.
triggered.
It means
The
that he
justice
consented to
minister got
he
triggered
con- it means that he consented to Prophet Key
because what Prophet
allegation
Key said to him was the
against him.
truth.
Yeah.
Prophet Key said to him was the truth. But because these people are all corrupt and they don't know what they're doing, he forgot that also Prophet Key was brought there by the culture ambassador, Judy, and nothing came of it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he uses that same thing, the same useless system, the same useless argument bring to silence this man. Is he trying to say people are limited with what they say? What we need to be training our people is that profanity does not settle disputes.
It doesn't.
It
It
does
doesn't
not.
even pass the message
It
across, Sis
doesn't.
Margaret.
You cannot use and that's my problem with Prophet Key. I don't hate Prophet Key. Prophet Key and myself do talk on the phone.
No, but you
Before we
no,
used
I
to
don't like
talk.
provoking
Sis
either. I don't like
Margaret,
him.
we'll
Prophet Key
come back
not
to the
cost me
morality
before.
of that thing later. Let's
Prophet
quickly
Key
take
not
guests
cost
so
me.
that they
He
drop
not
off
cost
and
me
we add
before.
some more back.
Or thought he was
Yeah.
cussing me. He had thought he was cussing me before. For me, it's not me he was cussing. But I'm just saying. Yesterday I did a video. My video said, and since this man started doing the cussing, this is my way I go about it. Because those kind of things can really make people upset if you get into your feelings. Jessica, you cannot cuss me. You cannot cuss me on something that you never seen before.
Right.
What's your name, my friend?
I'm Alexander Clark Collins.
Okay, Alexander.
Yeah.
If you are man using woman cuss, you can cuss me all day, woman cuss. It will not move me because you never seen me before.
Yeah.
You never seen that part of me before. That's just my mindset. I
Right.
Yeah.
use that as a cushion. So no one hurts me when it comes to that. The
Yeah.
only person who
Mm.
could hurt me would be the man I'm with, who has slept with me, and he talk about it.
Thank
Apart
you.
from
Mm-hmm.
that, people cuss what they know. And if people will get out of their feelings, Prophet, you will not be lifted up today. You are not. Because you can cuss all day, you cussing what you see. Prophet, he cuss me at 3 and say, hey, business, I'm got ready, I call you on the phone, you see my brother. How you doing? Like it never happened. I was proving a point to him, Prophet, you move me. You didn't see what you don't know what it looked like. So if you
Mm-hmm.
cause something sting, you must have smelled something sting somewhere. And
Right.
this just
And
at the
it's
piece, bring
definitely
it
not
up.
my own because you never seen me before.
You never seen it. And this whole big man, they call it just at the piece. Sit down there and got into his feelings. But
Because
the
they
reason
cuss me
he was
now.
really, he blindfolded the whole Liberia. What he was pissed off for
Was
was
the
that,
information that Prophet Q released that he
thank
built
you.
a
That's what he was
hotel
pissed off
from
about.
collection money.
It was not about any man, because a
And,
man's will kind.
and
Why a man
indirectly,
didn't go and report
he
it?
has consented to, he agreed with Prophet Key that he corrupt because he did not mention once about
Why the
the
man didn't
allegation
come?
laid against him.
The mother should have gone to report Prophet Key,
That's
not the
right.
Chief Justice.
Sis Margaret will hold you there again. Let's take this guest from the upper left.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, welcome.
Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning. Is
Jessica,
that
this
it,
is,
mommy?
yeah.
Mommy, I can hear
Hi,
her
you're
voice. Know her
welcome,
voice
of
in
course.
it.
Yeah, good morning, Margaret. Long
How you
time.
doing, baby? How you doing?
Yeah. Um, I do not hate the human being Prophet Key is, but I dislike the words that come out of his mouth.
Right.
So as a Christian, let me say that first. I don't hate you. I can get mad with you for what you did, but I cannot hate you as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is what happening here. Retaliation, emotionally want to means emotional abuse, someone take advantage, retaliation, want to silence him, abuse power. You
And
can
using
name
the
it,
pulpit for that.
and using the pulpit for that. And what we Liberians can do, we quit to forget. These are the things that some of the things that contributed to the war, the 14 years civil war, abusing power because you in a military or you're relative in a
Mm-hmm.
government. They
Yeah.
go as soon as you say, oh, you take the person's house or their land. As soon as you
Mm-hmm.
go tell you know who I am. You know who I am.
Yeah.
These are the things because we acting on our emotion right now. Prophet Key, he cursed my mom, the CDCN. Prophet Key insulted George Weah for 6 years. George Weah went to the late Senator Prince Johnson funeral. He shook his hand. Let me give him that credit. I'm not fan of George Weah, but He didn't hold Joshua. Or even 2 days ago, he saw Mr. Uri, didn't speak to him. The day they were leaving office, he never spoke to the vice president. I'm saying all of this to say, my people, I'm not getting off the subject. Abusing power, especially those of us that oversee in the diaspora, will go tomorrow for our land. Somebody will do something and be like, oh, I know the Chief Justice. Let me go call him. But they put you in jail. Now we can't talk.
We can
We
talk because we
forget.
endorse it now
Yes,
by having to somebody
because
else.
the same way we are allowing Prophet Key to curse, we are agreeing. Are we agreeing to for the Chief Justice then to abuse
To
power
again to unlawfully put people in jail.
and take laws in their hands? The
So
only
since
thing,
one,
and I
so
don't mind if I reach
mommy,
tomorrow,
mommy,
let him put me in with now, sister. I just give me a minute.
I'm going
Let
to
him
agree
put
with
me,
what you're saying. I'm just
yeah,
agreeing with what you're saying.
oh yeah, let him
That
put
is,
me
if
in
one
jail.
cannot
I
offset
will
the
lock.
other.
Let him put me in jail too. But he is corrupt. He's
Yes,
a corrupt
all
judge.
of them, not only
All of
yellow.
them. And to the president, if you hearing the noise, do not just be mute. The VP,
Yeah,
just
right.
stop being mute.
They gotta talk because, like I
Yes,
already started saying, I'm saying
yes,
the Ministry of Justice. I didn't say Supreme
yes,
Court because the Supreme Court fall under the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry
yes,
of Justice that is led by this Boakai Kung administration is
yes.
corrupt. So even
It's
the
corrupt.
president's name is tied to
The
it.
system is rotten, sick, and rotten. We got important things that going on in our country. You
That
can
will be there
stop
with
it
you.
quick. You wear
Mm-hmm.
your red hat and big rope, tie his face. You are only silencing a young man because he said he was exposing you. And to the government, you go and follow that case. Why this man is trying to silence this young man? Do you, first of all, if somebody accuses you, what you ask them, do you have proof? Or the burden is on the person to prove that it's on it. That's what you're supposed to be doing now, because if cursing is a law in Liberia, is in the constitution, bring it out. Let's see it. This CDC and are happy that they put a man in jail. You're told casted for 12 years under Ellen regime,
And causing
putting
more and insulting our
blood,
own call prostitute, all kind of names. Yeah.
putting blood, saying our
So that's
period
why he
panty.
used the weakest link. That's what
Yes,
I'm trying to
What I was
say.
nothing.
saying, says mommy.
You the judge here. There are people who been complaining about this man, this boy. I call him a boy. I don't call him a man because a man would never be cussing women. You can verbally tell somebody what they do wrong, because when you shut off English, you lacking of English, you come to
Yes.
the
Now why they
result
use
of
the wrong
only
voice? Yeah.
cursing. And that's
Yeah.
why, so I already know his education level because he cursed. That's all he know. When English word get difficult for him, he jump onto your man.
I
And
like the way you
sometimes
say yeah.
I even asking, did your man sleep around with some man, because that anger is coming from somewhere deep.
Yes.
For you, either your man slept
But that's
around with this.
the whole idea people need to have and stop getting in their feelings. If people
Yes,
have felt that way, they would have not brought
they
Prophet
won't.
Key to
Then
prominence.
nobody will walk on the street. Should we go for now? You can call Uber and put
Liberian
him
people
in
make
jail.
Prophet Key who he is
Yes.
by getting
Yeah.
into their feelings. Oh, you cost my man, you cost my man.
Yeah.
Prophet Key can cost
And
her
and
till he
and
cost my man. He never saw her
and
before.
as rightfully Margaret said, only person that will make me angry are my relevant
The people
family.
are awake who have seen it.
Yes.
But the people need to
Relevant
do that.
people.
I've been talking
They
to
get
thing
your
ever since.
irrelevant friends and they get your
They
relevant
did
people.
it. He did it. He did it. He
Irrelevant
did
people that
it
people I
until he
don't
went to
know.
become
Yes,
senator.
yes. If it's my
And they
husband,
endorsed him
my
and they
significant
voted for
other,
him. And I will
Mhm.
take,
say this,
They
mommy.
voted for
The
him.
big opposition that has become government today, when
yes,
Prophet King was crying Jowiama, they were
yes.
endorsing it. They
They were,
co-signed on it. The only thing they refused to do is they refused to identify with him in public. That they
yes.
When
supported
Prophet Key
him.
comes out again, he
Yes,
more
a
cost a
bunch of
man.
They are
They
bunch
No,
gave
of
him an
sis.
hypocrite.
invitation to be at the
Bunch of
inauguration.
hypocrite. Bunch of
Prophet Ma,
hypocrite. And
Prophet
our
Key got it
people,
right to say whatever he wants to
these
say any
people that
day.
you see today, they
We
all
need
in
to not
America
agree
here.
with it. We need
Let
to stop
somebody
it.
on your excuse me, let somebody on your job and you go and on they all of us here. These people, white people, they every day they discriminating against us. So when we go something now, they should go and penalize us. That way you will
I'm looking
start
for
crying.
something.
They should retaliate because you told your supervisor say you did this to me. So we should suffocate everybody now. Because I can see the men that here calling African shithole people, excuse my language,
Mm-hmm.
cursing up every day by the time they don't put Donald Trump in jail.
Right.
Yesterday or 2 days ago, he had Obama a wife as monkeys.
As monkeys in
Oh,
Black History
by this
Month.
time we should put so you say or you somebody will say, but this is
From an
not
atheist.
Africa. Yeah, this is not Africa. You're in a diaspora when you arrive tomorrow. The way you some of you let to act arrogant when you go home. When you're feeling do your taxes, you go home and be bluffing the people there. Oh yeah, I'm this. So tomorrow they should put you in jail. You will not talk. So today is Prophet Key. How about tomorrow, my people? So you're that please for many. I do not like the words Prophet Key use. One time I was even on Prophet Key, there was a young guy in India, a student, and they were trying to donate money for him because somebody scared him. He went there, they couldn't find the person. Some story, long story called short. And I came up, I wasn't ashamed on that day to come on. But when day he started cursing, I was like, oh no. This person, that was the beginning of all this. But there's nothing I don't know about Opa. Opa was in Abidjan. They did black money. They Saddam chasing. He went to Morocco. So it's not by that is what we're going to be doing, abusing power. So yeah, the government start being mute and talk and speak out. These are some of the things that brought war. You have forgot? There is small children there when they walk in, that the small children that were beating on you, retaliating too. You have now forget, my people. Thank you, Jessica, for your show.
Thank you very much, Sis Margaret. I appreciate. Thank you for coming on.
Jessica,
So I'm gonna say something before.
That's me. That's me,
Jessica,
Sorry,
Jessica,
Sis
eventually.
Mami.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
Jessica.
say something.
Love
I
you,
know how to take
Margaret.
you off the Jemu. You
Love you
can
too,
write.
Mama.
And,
In a
and
while.
happy Valentine Day
Valentine to
to
you too,
all of
honey.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
those that are sending Valentine, they will never love you month and January through Saturday, but they will Valentine, please.
All in your
Yeah,
inbox,
goodbye.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
bye
you.
bye. Okay, love
Jessica,
you.
Okay,
Love-
so I
yeah.
wanted to say something. My boss man, Mr. Fadiga, is out here saying that freedom of speech is not entirely free, and that the Supreme Court acted within their authority. I'm gonna state something. First of all, Prophet Key is the reason why he is in jail today. Prophet Key being locked up for 6 months is too much of a harsh punishment for just reckless speech. The court did not act in in line with the law. And I will say this. The judge, the Chief Justice, he was defamed, he was slandered, and his mother was slandered. If his mother was slandered, it is his mother who should be suing Prophet Key, not
Yep.
him.
Yep.
If you cursed my mom, I cannot sue you on behalf of my mom. Just as crime is not transferable,
Terrible.
accountability and responsibility is also not transferable. Therefore, you cannot curse my mom and I sue you on behalf of my mom. I will give my mom the money. I will hire the lawyer for my mom. I will give my mom all of the support she needs to sue you, not me suing you on behalf of my mom. Number one, let's get that straight. Number two, Prophet Key should not have been summoned to the Supreme Court. unless the things he said about the Chief Justice had the capacity to undermine the integrity of the Supreme Court as a whole. But if we say that whatever Prophet Key said about the Chief Justice also undermined the whole Supreme Court and the bench, then the way in which they put Prophet Key in jail, don't you think that also undermines the whole justice that they claim to represent? Let's be honest here. I do not endorse Prophet Key in his method.
Jessica, when you make these statements, let us make our own. I know where you're coming from. What I'm trying to say here, and that's something I've been saying, and as long as people do not come to terms with it, we never have a change Liberia. Not to say my word is law and gospel. But if we are bypassing the right channels, there is no way possible that we can go through the wrong channels and things be properly done. That's what all this talk is about. Stupid brings stupid. No way. What you said, he should have used that to bring Prophet Key down because Prophet Key, his mother should have sued Prophet Key. But look what he brought it. Prophet Key should have argued that, but he didn't.
That's
Because he
what
don't know any
he
better.
should have argued that.
He don't
And
know
that's where
any better.
everybody is disappointed in
I
him.
don't know who his
You want to
lawyer
get
was.
you can cuss, you can cut. But when we go check in your bank of vocabulary,
What
zero.
I'm trying to
That's it.
say here, I don't know a lawyer because what they did, they used negative to bring out a negative. That's just what happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is the country we are trying to change. Liberia will not be changed anytime soon. We got a corrupt bunch of people over there that are corrupting the country daily, corrupting the minds of our young people. We got a man sitting on the outside who is adding insult to injury. Yes, he is. The other time when Prophet Key came from Morocco or wherever he came from, went to Liberia, you didn't hear it in the street. Hello, Prophet Key, your mom. Everybody was yelling, your mom be this, your mom that.
So,
The
Sister
greetings.
Margaret, let us establish something here.
Mhm.
There are some things that are morally wrong, but they are not legally wrong. Whereas there are some things that are also
Okay, you
legally.
want me to you want me to answer that?
Yeah, I'm saying something. Let us differentiate the line between morality and legality. These
Okay,
are two different things.
I would not want to do that because I got a country that is not seated on good blocks. So morally wrong, legally wrong, or wrong. We
Anyway,
need. He should have
let me go
used
off
that
and
Chief
let someone
Justice
else
should have
in.
used the time he
Okay,
had.
brother.
Yeah, so I just want to say let us all be peaceful 2026 and let
Right.
Liberia be a better place for people to go and enjoy themselves, and
Thank you.
let our justice system try to change that dynamic of function because the way it's starting there is not the right way at all. Thank
He
you
ain't
so much for
starting
breaking
anything,
me.
Papa. It been like
Yeah,
that ever
Thank you very
since.
much, brother.
yeah.
Thank
And
Thank
you.
may
you,
God bless you
Alexander.
and have a
Nice to
wonderful
meet
Marvin,
time.
you.
his
Yeah.
son.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, let's have
Nice.
Marvin, his son. He just came on. His JMB second son. Let's see what he got to say. Welcome, brother.
How you doing, Mama? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good
Happy
morning.
Valentine to you and the B6. How you doing, B6?
I appreciate the same.
Happy
Thank
Valentine's.
my friend speaking to
Valentine.
you.
Well, it's good that we had the opportunity as a Liberians now to speak out, the bad and the good in the society. That's one of the most important things God has given us because we never had the platforms before to speak out, and for so good now we live in a different society. We have platform to speak our mind, to speak out to the issue. So the Prophet Key issue, I think you follow me, I follow you a lot.
Yes,
And
bro.
by the way, thank you. You are very, very it's important person in the society because as a young woman, you take your time, you sit down here, it doesn't matter what problem it is, you speak out against it, the good and the bad. We all doing our best. No matter what, we will get there. When the Prophet Key issue broke up, we all spoke out about it from the beginning. In
Mm-hmm.
the first place, I will condemn what happened yesterday. I will condemn it. That's the first thing I will condemn it. It should have never happened. Prophet King should have never went to jail. That's the first
Right.
thing we should put down.
Thank you.
Okay. Number two, we all know that Prophet King can curse. Woman curse. We all know that. And not everybody love it. Some people, I can't speak for everybody. Some people might like it, some people might not like it. That's some of others who don't like it. I would never. I don't follow Prophet King. I'm not a follower of Prophet King.
Me neither.
But we've seen all those things been turning off for Prophet King. Videos upon video from Morocco all the way to Liberia. But what the Chief Justice Yami Gbese did yesterday is one of the things that never should have happened in the history of our country. Like you said, this is an education. You educate somebody right now. If somebody abused my mother, they're not abusing me, they abuse my mother, right? My mother is a human being. If you check in the pro and pro now, my mother is a different individual.
It's a
right?
legal entity.
Yeah, I can fight the person who can fight because he abused my mom, but I can't take you to court because you abused my mother. This is our Liberian tradition. You can abuse my mom. If I get angry, I will jump on you, will fight because you abuse my mom. But I can't take you to court because you abuse my mother. I can use a legal frame to say my mom, get in front of me, they may abuse me. If my mother have a proof to prove in the court that you abuse her, she can sue you for that.
Right.
I can provide a proof of my mother can take you to court. But this is our society. This is our country Liberia we find ourselves in. And everything you guys are saying on the platform is educating, and I agree with you 100%. Prophet Key will never given the opportunity to, I think they influence on the freedom of speech. That's what they did. And that is wrong for our country. It make Liberia image bad.
Right.
How will the international community hear it? They say the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, they made a hold the highest authority in the country, jail excellency because the citizen insulted his mother. How will the international community put all the things into perspective? How? Prophet Key accuse you for corruption. Okay, those are civil law, those are civil court, civil issue. Take Prophet Key to court, file a lawsuit against it. Let Prophet Key come and prove to the court that this is what he said is true or a lie. Then the court can hold Prophet Key responsible. But they didn't do it. I believe that they persuade Prophet Key to even accept for Prophet Key to accept the whole thing yesterday so they can just jail him and what he did. And guess what? The Chief Justice, after they finished with Prophet Key yesterday, there's a video. You go on my page, you see that video. They had a party. They threw a party for the Chief Justice yesterday. You go and see it on my page. They were dancing. Just because he accomplished his mission with Prophet Key going to jail.
Right.
Hello?
Yes,
everybody?
brother, please wait. Somebody was talking. When the person finishes, then you can go on.
Okay? And those are not good. Look, everyone all here, we are against, even my big sister are saying, everybody, we are against Prophet Key insulting our mothers and females. Nobody is going to be happy for Prophet Key insult, right? But in which way the court carried the whole thing yesterday, it was wrong. It was very, very wrong. They should have never done it. The Chief Justice should have said, you let go to court. If Prophet Key insult my mother, let's go to the civil law court. It's a civil matter. But they use their judicial power to put Prophet Key to jail. It's a wrong thing they did. It was not right. And the government need to speak out. Because like you're saying, it is still continue. It is kind of thing continue in the country. These are things that brought civil war in our country.
Right.
Infringing people right. Even all the breaking people's houses down in Liberia, those are the small things that brought confusion in our country. Some of us never enjoy our youth life. We're in refugee care from place to place. And these are some of the things that are taking place in the country now.
Steady people start to feel marginalized as a result of the oppression.
So I agree with you 100%. I just thought it was to come here and we all need to speak out. We need to continue to speak out. Our justice system in Liberia is a mess. It's a big mess. We got Google cases in the country. corruption cases in the country. They can't do nothing.
Right.
They raping people, children in the country. The cases in front of Supreme Court, they can't do nothing. The Capitol building that they built in our country, they burn that Capitol building. The case is in front of Supreme Court. Samuel told them they stole billions of dollars in the country.
No, I won't laugh.
Send
How about
Joseph
Ellen Johnson
Boakai to power. Send Joseph Boakai to power. 2 years and a half ago,
The
3 years now.
Constitution protects our former leaders.
Yeah, and since then we are not even seeing no corruption or how you call it, president yet in
Vulgarity
jail.
is not
Nothing.
strength.
Nothing.
But let me talk about the corruption. Let me talk about the issue of rape. As of now,
You
we
need
have
a show for this.
900 cases of rape before the
Jessica,
Ministry of
Jessica,
Justice. But
Jessica,
only
you need another
45
show
have been
for this.
convicted.
You need
Jessica,
another
I'm at
show.
work.
Can't
Can
be
I
all
say?
over the
Can I,
place.
Jessica, I'm at work. Can I just say something real quick?
Okay, come on, Mas.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Nice one.
Yeah. Anyway, I just got my little bit of intake about this Prophet Key issue.
Go ahead.
What happened to him yesterday? Actually, Prophet Key shouldn't have gone to jail for what is the court found him guilty of. But however, this is the system we find ourselves in. When I heard a lady saying that citizens are happy, I'm not a citizen, but when Prophet Key insulted George Weah's mother for 6 years, he insulted George Weah's wife for 6 years, his mother for 6 years. The government never said anything about it.
Which
When
government?
eh?
Which government?
The past government never said
Every
anything about
government.
it.
But they
Okay.
were the ones in government
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
You're listening to me now. They never said anything about it.
Mhm.
Everybody was happy. This guy was insulting, especially the present government. They hailed this guy for all that he was doing, insulting, doing this. When he came from Morocco, when Judy Annie kept him to court, they free him. They said it was freedom of speech. They quoted the law, what kind of law, this, that. The next day we saw this guy on car going to Nima to campaign.
Can I ask you, brother? Can I ask you a question, please?
He and Fabrica.
Can
They
I
were
ask you a
in.
question, please?
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, who were the chief justice at that time when Prophet Key were insulting Joshua?
It was the lady that was there.
Okay, who
I come just
no,
1
let
minute.
me ask you a question now. I'll let you feel that. Just my question that you answer. You answer the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, the lady that was there,
Mhm.
who nominated that woman to be a chief justice at that time?
Who nominated her?
Yeah.
I think it was Ellie.
No, not Eddie. Joshua.
Okay. I agree with you.
Go ahead.
Even it was George Weah, right?
Mm-hmm.
That nominated this woman.
Mm-hmm.
This guy,
You
the
okay?
present Chief Justice, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the court when they carried Judy Annie
Ah.
there.
Of course,
He,
I agree with you that.
when he went there, when Prophet Key went there, he was on the bench.
Yep.
He
We want to
never
Supreme Court too.
said anything about it. He
Mm-hmm.
never said anything about it. But now, just what everybody's saying here, nobody happy for what the guy is doing, insulting women. No, totally against it. For me, I'm totally against it. Just what you say here, I don't watch a show because of the mind cost.
right.
We all have mothers, we have sisters, we have aunties, and we should respect all women. But the way he was treated, he was not treated fairly. This could have
All Liberians are
this
victims of
case
a
should have
corrupt
gone to
system.
the civil court before going to the Supreme Court. You can't be the player, you be the referee, you be the landsman, then you be everything in that match.
You be the
This
spectator.
is what happened to Prophet Key. This is what happened to him.
Yeah,
You
now
know,
they were the
but
complainant
the lawyer that represented this guy,
that their
when
lawyer.
the lawyer went there, the first thing the lawyer said, my client is wrong.
Yeah,
Because
I
because
just
No.
beg
because
you. Let
they
me be
Yeah, my
provided
client is wrong.
because
Then
they provided a lawyer for Prophet King.
what else could that guy say? That be friend. What else?
Yes,
They
God, I hope you
provided a
do a
lawyer
But
for the
the
man.
show.
counsel was provided by the Supreme Court.
See, so
I hope you do a
if I
show on how to fix
Papa
the system, yeah?
Key have earlier, Papa
Yeah,
Key have come
Jessica?
out. Papa Key have come earlier to say that all the lawyers are afraid to represent him because if the lawyers go there and say anything, they might be in trouble with it with the boss. So everybody were afraid. So this guy they provided for him when he went there too, and he had just had to say something to please the guy that put this guy in jail for 6 months.
That's
So
why I said maybe his son too was
it was wrong.
intimidated.
Just
The
what you guys
lawyer
saying,
for
just
Prophet
what you
Key.
guys saying here, it was
Yeah, of
wrong.
course. You're right.
It was
Be safe. You're
wrong.
right. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But even they're going to find the best lawyer in the country for him. He couldn't have gone over there. Look at those people sitting over there, the chief justice with all his
That's
lieutenants,
still a form of
and go there
intimidation.
and say he want to act you.
Why not?
You want to be in problem.
Why the best lawyer could have come for him couldn't have done that? Why?
The lawyer,
Because
By looking at them
they didn't
sitting
want
everybody
to.
there.
honor this guy.
He says because they didn't want the best lawyer to come for Prophet
That's
King.
intimidation
Yes,
because the person that the best lawyer
we
would have
have
been intimidated
we have
himself.
whole lot of
But
cases in
the
our
question
place.
I want to ask you, how is it that Prophet Key insulted the Chief Justice man, but the Chief Justice didn't bring him up, but he brought all the associate justice then?
So
Even
that's
Yeah,
what
in
I'm trying to
Ghana.
tell you.
Public Key would have
So that's why I had
told
to
them,
leave.
told the people what I never insulted you people. I insulted this man. But
But he was
why you bringing me
intimidated.
to everybody here?
Yeah.
But
My
Jessica,
God.
the lawyer too,
you know you have been there.
never did the guy any good.
Because
Listen,
it
I
was
will
just
do.
a show.
Listen, don't forget how Liberia looking, bro. You know, all of them judges then, they not do some kind of favor for the lawyer then when they bring their client cases, right?
Yeah,
So it's time now for you, the lawyer, to pay your debt back because if you do it, the next time you carry a case in front of the judge will know that you're right, but he will rule against you and your client and you will lose money.
let's take for
Let me make
instance.
my closing
All the
statement, okay,
cases will get
Jesse?
what
I
it.
have to go.
All the cases will get what it. The rape case, the other man went and sodomized
I said
that
the
boy.
rape case,
That other
1,100 rape
guy
cases
from
to
Juventus
date
school, but it
in
took two
Liberia.
days.
Only
They
25 being convicted.
they took two
I need to
days.
go. Let me make my closing statement
They
after
took
he
two
talks, okay?
days to George Prophet Key and jail him for 6 months. While the other cases are already there. Where are the
For
guys
the
that
8
sodomized?
hours, rush
Where
judgment.
is the man that sodomized that labor? Where is the other man that raped that 40 or 50-year-old girl?
No, it's not about the Supreme
Where is
Court,
the
so they
case
will
going?
not talk
Then you
inside it.
take Prophet King and jail him for just for what he did by insulting. It's wrong.
Let me say what I gotta say so I
Everybody
can
need to
go,
Give
speak
yeah?
your
against
party
this thing.
statement, bro. Give your party
Well,
statement.
I just want to add my voice to all the other voices in there and say that what they did to
I
Prophet
need
King
to go.
was wrong. Yeah, thank you for speaking. Or thank you, my brother, too, for what you do. I sometimes follow you too, and sometimes listen to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Jessica, thank you too for what you're doing too to bring this thing
You're
out.
welcome, Nas. Thank
All right,
you.
you have a
All
good
right.
day.
Sis Margaret,
Eh,
give your party statement so I can bring another person on,
Okay,
please.
you can take me off, man.
Okay.
Profanity does not make an argument stronger. It doesn't. Uh I don't like to come and sit down here and talk all day because this is what I did in the past. We just argue all day and still lack in corruption.
Mhm.
We continue to lack in corruption by all our different talking we talking here. So because we are announcing or we are stating the wrong of this so-called government or these so-called governments that come in and out. We're talking about them, we're talking all the wrongs. And the people sit down to the ballot boxes and put these people into offices everywhere. So I tire really. These are the kind of things that when I came on, I said, yeah, they didn't give you more jail time. Because two wrong does not make a right. Make a right. Prophet Key need to stop cussing. I used to talk that thing every time. That's why the people came and shitted on him yesterday. The people on him good yesterday. The world stage, the people on the world stage yesterday. They took the supreme leader, they call him, and put him in jail yesterday. Because he thinks profanity is strength. Profanity is not strength. In fact, it is weakness. When you use profanity to settle disputes, you are weak. You got nothing to say. So yesterday, it was Connie on Connie's shoulder. Rock on rock. The same shit he does, they sat down on top of him and poo-poo on him. And they use the system that he is also helping to destroy by cursing every day, teaching our young children to curse my curse. All day, the kind of curse that I never heard before. You understand me? We need our children to be educated properly. Not
So,
to be taught
Business, can I ask you a
how to
question,
curse
please,
my
before you
curse.
go? Can I
The
ask you a
more I finish,
question?
then you can ask me the question.
Okay.
Eh? That why the poo-poo on him yesterday. The pee on him yesterday. The worst stage was shitted on yesterday. So what you gotta say? By us sitting down here talking all the wrong of the government, of that so-called government, I can't let us say government and close my eye. I can't say government in good faith because that's no freaking government there. A charade of a government, nonsensical government, corrupt government, foolish people stealing from people, war laws and child molesters and all. Yeah, they have made our people victims of a corrupt form of government, a corrupt system in and out of Liberia. And we sit on these different platforms and we want to name all their faults. So what do we do to fix it? Because when we finish talking here, the people going to the polls, they will elect another person. Somebody came here and said, Joseph Boyka need to do anything. He is a puppet. They pull his string and he talks. He doesn't know what he's doing. So anybody can do anything around him. Unless one of the
Yes,
corrupt
yes,
people come,
Margaret.
unless one of
Say
the
your
corrupt people come and say, do it, say this thing here. They not do so and so thing. Oh. Somebody not steep up it, tell them this, then he will say that. If not, he just looking. So what your question, Papa?
Okay. Thank you very much. My question to you is, at this moment, we all know that Prophet K is a woman cause he causes women. We all know that. And the whole international world
The
know.
women who want him to curse and I didn't want him to curse.
So what? So my question to you now is, what about all our Liberian women that on social media today that contributed in the community with Prophet along with Prophet K? What is your message to them? Because almost 60%,
So
60% of our
let me answer
Liberian
your question.
women. Let me finish that, Mama. Because
Okay.
I want to put the polish on it so you can shine it for me. Let me put the polish on so you can shine it for me.
My will be so short because the
So
answer so short.
60% of our Liberian women, they say they are responsible women in the diaspora and in Liberia. That every day they sit here, they cause each other private part. They cause each other murder private part. What is your contribution towards that too?
If I curse the king, his subjects are not cursed too. Prophet Key, the one who started doing it. So they also follow. Like I also said to you today, if you understood me. No, Jessica cannot tell me my PO and I get vexed. Jessica never seen my PO before. She don't even know what it look like. She don't know what it smell like. She don't even know if it got a smell, whether it's sting or it rotten. So if you think what a man think, so is he. These people are accepting this thing and getting into their feelings. So they can come and curse me all day. The way I would laugh on their face would be funny. Because you can't curse me. You can't curse what you have not seen. People who look one time, let me tell you, the girl in what a place in the call her does that. Does that got vest with me
never
one
mind.
day? Was that she got vest with me one day? She cuss. One of my friends called me, close friend. And I answer your question too. She can't call me Margaret. I don't like what's going on. I was calm. I said, what do you mean? That woman over there cursing you. I said, who cursing me? The woman in body place me cursing you. I said, for the years you've been knowing me. I got vexed. I turned around to her. I was so pissed. And anybody do it to me, I can be pissed because you are insulting me. You the friend, you insulting me. I asked her, I said, did you ever smell me? No. I said, have you ever come in my house and smell my underpart? Have I ever gone out with you? You see me dirty? She said, no. I said, then you the one who cursing me. Because that girl, you know me. What has nothing you can't tell me? I shut her down in an instant. Because you who bringing that talk to me, that why you want to tell me? You not smell me before you can tell me that shit? I'm talking that piss. You gonna go look at your friend and say somebody cussing you, man? You know my mom? Have you
So,
seen my mother
First
before?
Margaret, you didn't answer my question. So what
Okay,
Jessica,
I'm
wait
get,
for that
what I'm
Answer
question.
get,
you.
so
So
what
I
I'm
good
said
morning.
wait
this
now,
if
wait.
person has
So what
read.
I'm so
But I'm
Jessica, hold on
asking
one
you,
ask
we'll
second.
you.
come back to that question. That question is still bordering on morality.
Jessica, your
Brother
morning. Good
Tuazama.
morning. Good
I
Good
morning. Good
morning.
said
morning.
How
to
are
Good
you,
you
morning.
sir?
already. I said
Good,
if I curse the king. So what about his subjects?
good
So
That
you
was
morning.
saying
that was
that
the answer.
so you saying that because Prophet Key causes women and the women
They're
too,
not learning
they,
now.
they
That's the
learn it from
prophecy
Prophet
one.
Key. Is that the answer?
You say what?
So you saying that because Prophet Key causes women and the women too that cause it to they learn it from Prophet Key?
They accept it and then they start doing it. This is why
Okay,
I'm saying it is wrong.
okay.
Okay, Tuazama,
This
please
is the
come in.
sentiment. This is
We'll
what's
come
Go ahead.
back
going
to
Hey,
on in
that
the
good
scripture,
morning.
Sis
ministry.
Margaret.
Good
Sis
morning.
Margaret, this
Sis
person has
Margaret,
gone
good
away.
morning. Jessica, good
Good,
morning.
good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
My voice, your morning. Look,
Good morning, brother.
let me say something. Jessica, first of all, thank you for the show. We all saw the abuse of power yesterday.
Right?
But thank God my voice is on live. People they let on mommy. Thank God my voice is on live. Prophet Key was not the inventor of my cause. My brother, my voice knows that 1989, December, was the invention of my cause. We who from Nima, my brother Dana is from Nima, I'm from Nima. Everything that you saw the rebel then saying about do they, it was mother curse that they were using. That was Yami Bese generation. The generation of Yami Bese, the
Thank
Yep.
you.
generation of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the generation
Right.
of Bweka, the
Thank
generation
you.
Right.
of George Weah. Those were the people that invented Marcos from
And this is what we need to be
1989
talking about,
December
Jessica. The country is run by
1989.
warlords,
Okay?
criminals.
So all
Nonsense.
the time that you know that the invention of 1989, Prophet Key was a child. And because Prophet Key felt that what the rebel were doing to intimidate their opponent was right, that what Prophet Key learned as a self-raised child. So he started to implement it. Do we like what he said? No. But if that his way of expressing himself, that's fine with him.
Really?
Now, all the things that been happening in Liberia, so the Chief Justice don't know. We just celebrated on February 11th. We just celebrated another warlord that we Nima County celebrate what water Prince Johnson. The Akko party celebrated Harahaji Kuma, peace be to his arches. That their hero is their right.
Oh,
So,
Liberia.
so you saw Samuel Tua down there executing his freedom. Why is it today when Bweka got elected, we put our money on the line to elect President Bweka? President
Mm.
Bweka came with a rescue agenda, and the rescue agenda formed the asset recovery team, and the asset recovery team
You call?
have formed Samuel Tua and others in the loop. Why is it that the Chief Justice dragging the cases? We
Yes.
see multiple rapes happening in our country. In America that you and I reside, no matter if we carry American citizenship, when we commit crime here, they put us in jail, they prosecute us before denying us of that citizenship that we carry and then deporting us. We saw on government in Liberia when Lucas went and slaughtered that Liberian child.
Yeah,
They see
that
Chief
young girl.
Justice. They say we're on our bench.
Yep.
They say that other than held money in their
Thank
pocket
you, my
to
brother. Thank
allow
you.
looters to run away
Run away. Yep.
because the family do not have the means.
You that case, even up to today's day, if the family of that child that got slaughtered is still alive, if they take that case to the embassy and they follow it, that looters in America, regardless of his American citizenship, he can still be prosecuted by the law in America. All the things that happening, we see our Liberian mothers then back in the days when we were growing up. We never saw women insulting each other. They would say ordinary things then.
You know what you
But
said
they
just now? You know what you said? The word when you insert. I did a thing yesterday, and that was my thing. I said this man learned this thing
for
from
1989,
the
December
war.
24th.
From the
So
war.
if he
Yes.
learned it, he is also
Yeah.
a victim of the
It's
circumstance.
the
Rather
That's why
circumstances.
than
I
Prophet
being
is a
a
also
victim
say,
of
I
it.
perpetrator,
also
and he
said
wanted
it
to make it look
here.
like he
The
was
chief
fighting
justice, the
Liberians
chief
Liberia.
are
justice
a
are flexing.
victim of a corrupt
Says Margaret.
system.
Says
I
Margaret, the
said
chief
it.
justice are flexing him muscle today. It was
It's a
because of the
war.
insult that Prophet Key was giving to George
Jessica,
William Moro that made him Yami Bese, the chief justice today.
what's
He
your
did
name,
not
sir?
I'm Tuazama.
Twazama.
Yes.
I want to do a show
I'm
that
listening.
we can talk about the things you're talking about. Because
I speak about
this
it.
is my concern.
I speak about it. If you follow me, I speak about it.
This is that I want Jessica to hear me. This is my concern. We are sitting here and allowing criminals, warlords
So warlord running our
to run
country.
our government.
So
And
warlord running our country.
we want to call it a government. We want to speak on it like that's why our people are dying in the droves. Our people are sick for little illness and they can't help. Nothing is working in the country. But when people go and build the little Congo and put their flowers around and make it look good, to them it's working. But
It's
this is
not
not the
working.
Liberia. This is not the
Look,
Liberia we should have.
says
We should
Margaret,
be
let me tell
doing
you
a
one thing.
show that will help our people.
Justice is only good when it is for the poor man. But the rich
Right,
man never get punished. Other than walking
right.
from the Benin Euro in our country to the
And
Yami
that is
Bese
not
himself.
right.
From the Yami Bese himself. If we
And
were
you know
to
what is
dig,
sad to us,
if we were
Ama?
to dig deeper, you
You
would
know what
know
is
that
sad?
Yami Bese and other than supported the water affected us
You
to
know
go
what
to
is
refugee
sad?
life.
You know what is sad? The people we're talking for here in defense of the people that are suffering, they vote these people in.
You,
They
you know
dance and
why
clap for these
the,
people.
says
My
I
Margaret,
brother.
you
don't
know why?
see
You
any
know why they
room.
vote for them?
So,
You know why they vote for them? Because the country have been hijacked by Benson Street Masonic Temple.
So
Okay.
we need to have shows like these
so,
that we can
uh,
talk about these things.
Jessica.
Hmm?
We need to
Yes.
change this thing,
Let me
not
know.
to sit down
I
here and
gotta
talk about
go.
it
I gotta
and let
go.
it stick in
I
the
came to the
system.
gym about
We
three
will
He
be
minutes
was talking
ago.
about
talking,
three
and let me
times
tell you,
Sunday,
Let me.
my brother,
that
for him
Sunday at the
brother
day,
already.
although
My brother,
the
no, he said
profanity,
that time right behind me must sleep. The
Go
prayer
ahead, sir. I'm
from the
although the
listening.
bed.
profanity that Prophet Kibi using is not decent, where was Yami Bese? Yami Bese was on the bench for 6 years. It was just we are all that put him on a bench.
He
He-
used
he-
the mother cause
no,
just to do that.
but you
For
know
what
what
made me
happened?
vex what that
Jessica,
Prophet
let
King
me
talk
say
about
this.
his
As
stealing.
much as I don't love what Prophet Kibi is saying to women,
Right.
if sedition themselves that love, let me move sedition. If the wear shame that love George Weah, if they don't use the same profanity against the government that we
Are you
all put
okay
to
in there?
power, then they don't love George Weah. Because George Weah have just shown a big form of tolerance to the Yami Bese that honor my watch as former president.
President.
I was insulted. I had thick skin. You know why? Because I played football during the time racism was high. And if I can condone it there, I can condone it even under my presidency. So if Yami Bese wants to say his man more important than George Weah mother or Prophet King man, because when Prophet King insulting women, he's insulting his own mother. So
Of
if he
course.
want to tell us that today his
That's the
man
whole
is more
idea.
important than every other
So,
You're right.
Liberian mother,
Say
so
then
his mom
shame on
I
more
him.
was
important than
I would
even
say
the
I
police
would say
enemy
my
that was
own.
alive, that is still alive and carrying the
Shame on
Judy
him.
people
We
I
this
would
saw
say
morning.
my.
Prophet
Let
Key.
me
We
say
saw
my own
Prophet
so I
Key
can go.
cost. Judy Annie,
All
our
right,
Uh,
man
brother,
from
for you
Lima.
say your own so you
What
can go.
Yami Bese say?
uh, uh, ladies. My brother. That's my Nimakani brother speaking, and I love the way he speaks. very educated. He always come on my show, and everything he's saying it makes sense. Look, this is what I'm going to say. Short, so I can go. Yami Bese, the people can say when you give power to, because that they're saying, that people saying you give power to Gilman, Gilman
That
can kill
Guillaume
it.
can kill another Guillaume.
Oh,
That,
Liberia.
that they're saying. But says Margaret, that everything we all saying the same thing, and we educating each other, educating our
But we are
Liberian people.
butting. We all saying the same
And
thing, but we're going
it,
but. But we
the
all talking
problem,
through one mouth, and then we talk through here. We talk through
yeah,
here.
the
There
problem we
should
get
only
in
be one
Liberia,
hole. Our talks will come from here.
the
But
problem
that's
is
a whole lot pot.
we
Do not
Liberian
let
ourselves,
Prophet keep cussing.
we
God.
Liberian ourselves will get problem. We got big
Nobody
problem.
should butt here. It should be
Like,
one.
okay,
Eh?
okay, I will take your advice. No but,
No but.
no but.
No
Says
but.
Margaret.
So
I mean, let's
Says
call it
we
Margaret.
job.
we
Let's
we
call it.
we Liberian ourselves. Sis Margaret, you, me, Jessica, and my brother, my little brother are speaking. Me, Darius, we
Nobody
Liberian will
you,
get
you,
problem.
you, the labor, you know you better eat.
Yeah, my little brother,
Anything we accept it. Anything
my
we
little
Even
brother,
accept
they
it.
ready to call somebody grandma, auntie,
like my
or
little
uncle.
brother,
Anything
like
we
my
No.
little
accept
brother.
it.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, my
Dan,
little
go
brother.
ahead. Anything we
Yeah,
accept it.
like my little
And
Eh?
the
brother.
same
There you go.
sister now grew you
So
also to
let
put
me
you in that
finish
cage.
now. Let me finish my thoughts.
Sure. I'm glad you see my you understand my humor. I'm just being funny, that's all.
I think we Liberian ourselves, I agree with you. We ourselves will create our own problem. We make our own bed, we lay down in it, and we lay down in it. Maybe we lay down on the bad hand or the good hand always. And this is the problem we're facing now. And the good thing, at least we're speaking out, we educate. You see this going election. Liberians have been voting one way in Liberia, tribalism and all the stuff during those days, right? But I think some of all that have seen the three president, I have seen the three presidents. I was born the late 80s, okay? The
Hey,
late
the guy,
80s to the 90s, right?
hey, the guy, a big brother, go ahead. Small
It's
brother.
okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Don't forget about that one.
Ain't see what I told you.
Tara Dan, you will
So
pay fine.
I was no problem. I'll pay fine. Fine part I think the people will pay, no problem. They say
Oh
the gear,
goodness.
when they give me that, I give me kitty. Don't
I
worry.
give it.
So I seen the three presidents: Eddie Johnny Sirleaf, George Weah, and Joseph Boakai. I seen Doe. I seen Doe, but I was young. I was very young. I think we Liberians things are changing gradually because, like I said from the beginning, we never
Nothing
had a
changing. I know you
platform.
see that. Who are you looking
No,
at?
things are changing. Says Margaret, things are changing because
What did change?
the reason here is you and I never had a kind of platform to speak out, to speak
Oh,
our
that they kind
voices
of
out
thing
there.
changing. We
Yeah, things
talking
are
but nothing
changing.
happening.
Says Margaret, do you know that people said in my town, to wait town where I come from, Nima County, they call
Yes,
me on a daily basis,
and that is
and
that
people
is
were voting,
great.
and that's why I
That
said
is
things are changing,
progress.
and that's why I
That's
said things
that's
are
why we're
changing.
supposed to use this platform for the
Okay, so
best.
agree with me now. So if I said things are changing, that's why I said things
No,
are
no, no.
changing.
You, I tell you what, meaning in the country, nothing changing when it comes
No, no,
to.
no, no. In the country, I disagree with you on that, Sis Margaret. A lot
Okay,
of things
no,
are
no, no,
changing.
no, no.
A lot of
That
things are
I'm
changing.
agreeing with you.
Okay, okay.
These platforms, I
Hmm.
said it before. I always say
Yeah.
it. Before we never knew. I saw trouble. The way they used to be in the parliament, we never saw anything.
Yeah.
We never saw any representative them going for to argue
Meeting and
anything. We never saw it.
yeah, that's true.
We got a platform now. We got a place where we can talk. What are we
Yeah,
doing with it? And that's where there is no change.
that's
Says
Because if
Margaret.
okay.
someone like Prophet Key uses his platform, the world stage, he calls it, to change the minds of people or help change the minds of people.
Hey, Margaret,
Because
I
if I
feel
say
my thought
change,
though.
no, if I say no, I will get you back to where you're talking about. Okay, I will help you. I will help you go back. If he gets on his stage and doing those things, cussing like that, it doesn't help our young people either.
Hmm.
And that's why I always said to Prophet Key, use your platform for good. Now in the interior that you're talking about, where they got platforms, and that is the change you're talking about. Let's use this change for good.
Okay.
Number one change we're supposed to do, let me tell you, one of the things that are one of the thing, or one of many, okay, that is really hindering Liberia is Liberia's constitution. Liberia constitution stays the way it is. nothing gets done.
Okay.
These people are free to do what they want to do because the Constitution protects them.
Okay. So Sis Margaret, that's why I said that I agree with you. Some things you said, I agree. But one thing you said earlier that I will
Mhm.
continue to disagree with it.
What is that?
You might be sis, you my auntie, and I will
No,
continue to say it.
I know you. Don't even try me. You don't
Okay.
get yeah. Talk.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Look, well, tell me what
So
I did, what
this
wrong,
is
so I can
what you
correct
said
it.
I disagree with you earlier was Perfect Key causing make our society or our Liberian women to start cursing too. I disagree with you on that.
Okay, let me modify that.
Okay.
I said
The
that because
uh
I didn't know Prophet Key before.
mm-hmm,
I mean, I didn't know anything about the war.
mm-hmm,
I know I went to Liberia once and I saw soldier people. That was after your first civil war,
mm-hmm,
and they were using profanity in a song. What can I rating? You know that song?
mm-hmm.
And when I heard that song, I said, "Wow, is that really what they're talking about?" So you talk about a platform that we have now. During the Civil War, they didn't have a platform. The platform that we got now, that's why I mean Prophet Key, the one who brought it on the platform. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So
Sis
I agree
Margaret,
with that. Let me hold
Brother
on.
Darius, I beg you, please
Yeah.
hold on 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Sis Margaret, I disagree with you. Let me let me
Then I
let me
hear
let me let me let me let me clarify something.
clarify.
Prophet Key did not start talking until George Weah ascended to power. Herod Costa, the likes of Herod Costa, the
Mm-hmm.
likes of Moba Modu,
They
the
don't want you
likes
to call
of
it
CD,
Marcos.
yes, the likes of Seditian during early time were the one who were insulting women after they learned it from the
From
rebels,
who?
from the
So,
rebels,
Henry
from the
Costa used to
rebels.
cause Marcos too.
Yeah,
Herod Costa, the likes of Seditian,
yeah, of
yes.
course.
You saw Herod Costa insulting George Weah from the top to the bottom.
Now when George
So
we are alone, Eddie
the
Jones Ali.
the Eddie Johnson said even the reason why you see the justice system in Liberia, they can play around Coastal the likes of mobile model because all of them go to Benzie School.
But listen,
And we will stop it. Let me tell you, like I said,
knowing
I'm
me the way you know me,
let me tell
if
you.
I am telling you Prophet Key did what he did, then I may not have heard the
We
people
have been
names that you
we
maybe I
have
may
been
So
not.
following
so
Liberian
that's why we're telling you
Margaret,
we've been
I may
following
not have heard
Liberia.
it because I would have not
Yeah,
come and speak
because
on it and be
Margaret. We
so
have been
against
following
your
I
Liberian
agree with you.
politics
politics.
from the child state of day to
I agree with
present.
you. And
We have been
and
Because
following.
I'm one person, like I said, I don't talk to my other hosts. You know
Look,
they play.
Erie,
So if
if you watch Erie in section, they represent that they elect in our country. In section, let me name some of them that you might
Oh,
know.
yeah, Kakolbani, don't be
No,
afraid.
let
Oh,
me
yeah,
Yaga Koluba
Kakolbani.
because everybody
I
know
get
about Yaga
Kakolbani, of
Koluba.
course.
Let me Yaga Koluba. The likes of Melvin Cole. The
yep,
likes of Melvin Cole.
there we go.
The likes of what Pape who are representative for he can call himself Joe Wiapa.
okay, what my thing here is what is our point?
The, even mothers
Our
in our in the house in the upper and lower house they insult each other.
What is our point?
so my point, the point I was
Our point
making.
here is you cannot tell a
Says
grown up
Margaret,
man.
they
You
men there
cannot
for
tell a
Nimba
grown up
County
man
are
how
here
to
to say you
express
cannot
his
blame
anger. It is the
Nimba County
government.
citizen
It is
I
for
the
can do what?
government
supporting Liberia with Marcos.
responsibility.
I can do what?
You cannot blame their neighbor brother for supporting Liberia with Marcos. Marcos was
You can't
existing before
you
Prophet King.
can't blame a man who is a victim of the war who not using gun but using his mouth to talk.
Ignorance is not an excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah, but sis Margaret,
as much as
my brother,
ignorance is not an excuse,
hold on. Let me say this to Sis Margaret.
Mhm.
Prophet Key, I don't know what year Prophet Key was born. I don't know how old is Prophet
I don't
Key.
care how old,
Prophet King
whether he
said
was
he's
Okay.
born
45-year-old.
1991.
What I'm saying, the reason I said I disagree when you said that is I will give you my reason.
Oh,
Just
but I'm going to
short.
tell you now why I said it, so don't disagree
Okay,
again. I
so
modified
this
it.
is what I'm saying. Liberian women and Prophet Key cousin, although he caused. And I said that the thousands of Liberian women, 80%, because I said 65% earlier, somebody even
100%.
put it
Because all
under
the
their
men can
life.
cause.
And they said it is 80%. I am saying that and we condemn Prophet Key today, the effort will all we are condemning Prophet Key for what he did and what he been doing. Apart from this man putting in jail for just unnecessary for what Prophet Key been doing. Why can't we condemn saying that it's good? If we all can condemn our sisters, our mother that in the community today, their children that live on the same zip code, they go to the same high school, but they stay on Facebook, they call each other 24 hours around the clock.
If this
They
is what the
insult
show
mother.
was
No, sis, let me finish.
if this is what the
No,
show
no, no,
was
no. You
about,
see,
you are
no, but
deviating from
it's
what
the
the show
same
is
thing.
about.
It's the same thing we
No,
saying.
that's not why I came here for.
If we can say Prophet King, if you saying,
I
say
didn't come
Margaret, if
here.
you say
I came
Prophet
here for
King,
the topic. The reason why
no,
they are
no,
holding
no.
you to the standard of morality for
So who they
all
holding
the
to
two
standard of
on
morality?
Facebook, they many.
No,
It's
they can't be
because
holding me to no standard of morality yet.
Yeah,
Because if
but
I
but
question the
you
supreme
saying,
leader,
but you
because when
saying,
it comes to
if
Prophet
I am
Eve,
telling you the supreme leader is wrong, I'm telling you they are wrong too. There are some
let me
things
say
that do not
something
have to
now.
be
Margaret,
altered. It
Margaret,
is
Because
known.
at
It's
this
Margaret,
supposed to be
point,
understood.
Margaret, you need to understand that Yami
Eh,
Bese is not above President Booker.
So that who said it and I'm
Yami
talking.
Bese is not above the law of the
let me say
land.
something. Sis
So
Yami
that,
Margaret,
that
Bese
who
you
know
are
said that
that
you
not
are
dealing
I
when
above.
with
have a good
a
day. I gotta go.
he and Prophet Key is a
So we,
civil matter.
Jessica, I mute
Sis
Abuse
to
of
Margaret, let
power
go.
me say
is
Yeah.
something.
wrong.
You are dealing with what Prophet Eve did based on the morality aspect, not the legality aspect. That is why these
I
men
am
are coming back to you. Say,
if I
if you
was
want to
here
talk
to
about
talk about,
morality,
I set a hole. I put all of them in a hole. Those people look at Rafiki as a supreme leader. Those women you're talking about.
That's why I continue to
And
disagree with
not
you.
all of them,
and
not all
No,
of them.
90%
no,
of
Yeah,
Prophet
but
Key
those women who can use
financial
the
than are
who can
women.
use
uh-uh.
the Marcos and
Our
cannot tell
Liberian
them the
women have been
supreme.
causing
The,
each other before Prophet King
Liberian women
started the
been
show.
causing each
Liberian
other
women,
from
their biggest
1989
causing
to
is from their
present.
business. That
so
main
it should
business Liberian
continue,
women
right?
cause each other for. They cause
So
Oh,
it
each
should
other on a
continue.
daily basis. And
Margaret,
like
you cannot tell a
it's
grown-up
nothing for
person
them.
how to run. In
Yeah.
in Liberia, in
You got
Liberia, when
64-year-old woman. You
Oh
got
Lord, like real
52-year-old
suffering.
woman. You got
Margaret,
42-year-old woman. You got 32-year-old woman in the country. They set on Facebook. They cause each other 24 hours around the clock.
So what can
Margaret,
Some
be
of
done
them,
about that?
some of
Margaret,
them are even happy. Some
Margaret,
of
you
them
and
are
I
even
live in
happy
America.
that
We don't
Prophet King
call
went to jail. Some of them now
Margaret,
on their Facebook page, they posting. They are happy that Prophet King went to jail for my cause. But they themselves they
Yeah.
can cause. Then you saying that
yes.
you say that they learned for Prophet King. They
Listen,
are happy that Prophet King went to jail.
listen,
So how
listen.
will you say the learning for
Margaret,
Prophet King? That's my point.
Margaret, what we
I'm not
see
going
in
to talk to two of
America.
y'all. Wait, let me
No,
talk when
that's
one
all
person
right.
No,
talk.
no, 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 Margaret, you always interrupting. Way small. Let me
Now, when
tell
you
you.
wap it, you not interrupting too. Too
No,
long can I make a
no,
right?
no, no.
You
Let
not
me tell you
interrupting the
something.
man too.
We in
The
we
man
in
talking, you interrupting
we
him.
in
I always
we
let.
in
Where you
America,
know me
right?
from?
We
Don't tell
don't
me about.
call
I
we
always
don't
let to interrupt. That
we
why you
don't
come here
call
for?
we don't call our bosses sir this and
Don't
that.
call
We
my
call
name
them by the
again.
name. Margaret, we call them by the name. In Liberia, they worship bosses. What we practice in America should be practiced in Liberia. What we don't do in America should not be
So who you
done in
telling that
Liberia.
to?
I'm telling you it because
Mhm.
Prophet Key is not the lawmaker in our country. The
So let's
lawmakers and
move
the
on.
lawbreakers in our country are
Okay,
the
let's
ones
move
who
on. That
sit
why they shit
in
on him.
in a chamber and insult the likes of Melvin Cole, the likes of Yaka Koluba, the likes of even the current
I'm
speaker.
not here to talk with people who want to protect what is wrong.
I'm not protecting it, we're condemning it. But in
Jessica,
as
I
much
gotta
as we
go. Y'all have a
condemning it,
When did
beautiful
you
we
come
should
on
day.
go
this
to the
I
show?
gotta go, man.
grassroots of where it
When
coming
did you
Bye
from.
bye.
come?
Thank you for the show.
Did you listen to me when you came on here?
In
You
as
didn't
much
listen
as
from.
we want to condemn it, we should go to the root cause of it.
You have
Every
not
person in
listened to what I said.
every
You just
person in
talking because
Boyka.
you want to talk. Until you
No, I'm
stop
not
when to say
talking
you
because I want to
always like
talk.
to interrupt.
Every
Well, you
person
know,
in
I'm a
Boyka.
co-host here. I can interrupt you.
Okay, sorry if
Damn
you
it.
if I say you interrupted and you
Yes,
felt
because
offended.
yeah,
Sorry.
because I mean
Okay.
you've been
Oh,
targeting me.
oh no 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 no.
And
I
I
don't
do
know
like people
you.
being targeting me
No, I don't know you.
because
I
I
will
don't
not
target
target you.
anybody. Most of you, I don't
I,
even know you.
no no
But
no.
when
I don't
someone
know
come
you
and
and
say
I
you
will not
always
target you.
targeting, I mean you always interrupting. I mean
No, I don't know
you
you
came
and
here
I
for
will
me.
not
I'm a
target
business you
you.
came here
If
for.
you if you felt offended,
I
sorry.
felt very
But
offended, but I'm not
okay, I'm
mad. I'm not
sorry,
upset.
okay?
It's okay.
I am sorry.
It's
I
okay.
am sorry. I'm
No,
not
it's all
backing
right.
Prophet Key, but
But you
the sunny
cannot don't but.
the
I said
sunny
no
web,
but.
right?
No but,
What
and you keep butting. That will make you
no,
in my
no,
eyes
you
wrong.
cannot tell me what to say.
I will tell you what to say because
No,
this
you
is
can't. The
why.
reason why Prophet Key went to jail,
Uh,
if they reaction, if the sedition, I say they love George Weah, if they don't continue the man cause in our country, eh? to expose the ill that happening.
So that how
It
you
will
fix
not
it?
stop. Yes, let them continue it because if Georgia had a thick skin to
That's why I
accept
will
it,
not go on shows like
to
this.
accept it,
Because I'm
let
not here to
President
put that
Baka
into
regime
effect.
be able to accept it too. We will not
No,
stop it.
that's not the right thing to do.
If it was wrong yesterday and it was not
Profanity
condemned,
is
we're not
not
correct it today.
strength.
If we
It's
are to correct it,
collapse.
you see
Profanity
Sierra Leone
is
went
not
through war.
strength. It is
Sierra Leone went
collapse.
through
It
war.
is a
When after the war
breakdown
in
of a system.
Sierra Leone prosecuted the warlord. But you
When
know why
people
Liberia have not
are
prosecuted
when
the
people
warlord?
are
Because
disrespecting other people
all the one that financed
to
the war
get
and
their
begin
aims
warlords in our country,
accomplished,
they
it
are the
is
one running
not
our country
strength.
today.
Profanity, disrespect is not strength. It's collapse of a good
Margaret, let me tell
system.
you something. They say when you fighting your enemy, the tools you use that weaken your enemy is what you continue to
That's what
use.
I'm trying to
If
tell
the
you. It
rebel
does
then
not
use,
weaken anyone.
if the rebel then no it weaken it. You know why it weaken it?
Why it weakens it?
Let me show you why it weaken it. All the time, Henry Costa, Mobile Modune, all of them be accusing Yami Gbese of corruption. He have never taken it personal. But because Prophet Key used the profanity on his mother, so it touched him. Like anybody
That's why you read it,
with no.
thing?
Yeah, so it means something. So, Sidisha, y'all who loves
Jessica, what
y'all
did
we
I
are.
say when I came here
The
first?
weird the weird thing, y'all use the same profanity that was used on your government to intimidate
If
others.
that's
Y'all
the
use it
system
today.
you guys want to uphold, fine.
Even a baby born in Liberia today can insult because they learn
I
it from
said it, but no one believed me.
they learn it. Even a baby born today
I
in our
said
country
it.
can insult.
You are only saying what I said here. And I
They-
said it is
from the
wrong.
president,
The
from
only
the
difference
president down,
from what
all
I
of them
said and
consume
what you
nothing.
are saying, the only difference is that you are upholding it. I am bringing it down. I want it to be abolished,
If it
but you
was
want it to
put
continue.
yesterday, hey, Margaret,
That's a
I'm
Liberia
from
you know.
Nima. Margaret, let
I
me tell
do
you
know
something.
that Liberia.
I'm from
I do
Nima.
know that type of
All that
training.
thing, if you go back, if Jessica were
I
to play
want the
any
training.
clips from the war 1990, you were here. All that thing and you heard the
That's not
rebel
the
then
Liberia I
saying,
know.
do they. That was so
That's
man,
not the
cause they were
Liberia I
causing do
know.
man.
And that's not the parent I am. I train my children not to
My
use
parents treat me
profanity.
well to know profanity
I
should not
didn't
be
talk
used
about your
on any
parents.
woman.
I'm
My
talking
parents
for
treat me
me.
well. But not me, that don't mean because my parents treat me well, the other parents were treating the other child well. We all grew up in a society where when we were
If
getting
this is
raised in
what you
Liberia,
people want to accept as what your new
no, we're
Liberia
not
going to look
accepting
like,
it.
no, you're
We cannot
accepting it.
tell another parents how to raise their child.
I did
Prophet
not
Key
tell
is a
you how to raise the
self-raised
child.
child. Prophet Key is a
I
self-raised
did
child.
not tell you how to raise, who to raise what. I'm telling you, that's not how I raised my children. That's not how I was raised.
I would
And
tell my
because
kids
of
not to
that,
cuss, but if the other person feel that their kids need to cuss to express themselves, so be it. We live in
that's
America.
what you think.
When you go to work, if your boss is a gay, you don't tell your boss you don't like your boss being gay. You work in according with your rules and regulations that govern your job. So why should we tell another person in Liberia how to express his or herself? Let practice
You
what we
can
see
do
in
that.
America.
You
No,
can, you can't do
Margaret,
that because there is no
when you go to
system.
job, I believe when you go
A
to work in
system is
America, you
not
got
in
gay and
place.
lesbian at work at your job. You
A
coexist
system
with
is
them
not in
because
place
no, you
that will
coexist with
put
them because
a
you want to
handle
make
to
that
that.
money to pay your bills. So in Liberia, if a person feel that profanity is the way of expressing themselves, so be it. It might not be good in my ear, it might not be what I support, but if that's their way of expressing themselves, so be it. Because the system embraced it and nothing was done. Sierra Leone prosecuted the warlord. Guinea prosecuted the warlord. Araco prosecuted the warlord. Liberia is yet to prosecute the warlord. When every president from Chad State up to current President Baka, what we supported, talk about forming a war and economic crown code, something that the international community paid millions and millions of dollars for. Where did that money go? They pocketed it. The ones we call lawmaker today, they're more insultive than even Prophet Key. Even
Let
the
me
Yami Gbese doing the war. You know how many times it cost a man? You know how many times they told him to sit down on the ground? If we were to go back to history, You check your Yami because they other than supported the war in that country.
My brother, let me interrupt you. What's your name again?
Twazama.
I mean, I will try to connect you. You spoke so brilliantly, so profoundly, and I think a lot of us are listening to our sis Margaret are using emotions and not the legal means we're trying to understand here.
You say
We're
what?
perfectly,
Wait, you level against me, Jenna? Are you using what?
we're using emotions.
Who, me?
I mean, we not just you alone. A lot of people using
No,
emotion on
maybe you. You can tell
this
me what my
space.
emotions are.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. Don't do that. You don't
When I
know
hear
if
you
I'm
talk,
emotional or not.
sorry,
I'm
when I hear you talk about one, you made some statement that was not true about Prophet King being the ringleader
and we not
of.
taught it here before. You
Okay,
asked me, I told you, let me modify it.
I
Then you
just
bringing
wanted
it
to.
back. If you're gonna keep on talking, I said, okay. You say
The,
he's not. I said, if I had seen the others, I would have not
when
said
okay,
that.
hold on.
But then still, y'all want to tell the same old thing. I don't care for that.
You telling me you grew up in Liberia? I
Mm,
probably grew up in Liberia. When we were
mm,
small, we saw women in the community
mm.
insulting the kids' daddy, the kids' daddy in front of the kids because they were not together anymore. We saw
Who
that in
did that?
Liberia.
Who? Me? I
Many,
saw that.
many women in Liberia,
Me,
like
I
they
saw
will
it.
call you never saw any woman insulting her baby daddy, kids
No,
in front of the kids in Liberia.
no,
I'm very surprised, but I can't judge on what you saw. That's fine, but
no.
I
You
saw
you
it.
shouldn't either because that's my
Okay,
that's my statement
but
and I stick to it. I didn't
the
see
the
it.
the the the,
What
the,
I
the
did see and what you are not saying properly, that people get into their feelings sometimes they will cuss at each other, but it was not something that was done on a normal basis. No, normally it was not something that was done. That's why I'm saying no to. No, I was not
I
privy to that. I may have
I honor.
happened upon it. No, please, whoever talking, let me finish. I
Go
may
ahead.
have happened upon it. I may have. Maybe walking around one day I see a woman, but that was not a normal thing. And so when you said, I said, no, I never saw it because it was not normal.
Okay, and
When
I
I grew
agree.
up in Liberia, it was not, these things were like
I
taboo.
don't know where you grew up. I can't speak against it.
You don't have
Where
to
I
know where
grew
I
up,
grew
I
up.
saw
The
it.
idea is I grew up. I was
Okay, I
17
saw
when I
it.
left
I
Liberia.
saw it a lot. But anyway, let's
You
go.
saw me?
Let's go back to the case.
Uh,
The brother spoke. The Supreme Court of Liberia, the highest court in the land, for a case to get to the Supreme Court, it needs to be a case that was brought to the smaller court, and the smaller court should have conflict on interpreting the law.
I already answered that, but maybe you were not
That's
here.
I just give you an example, not just for you, but for our audience watching.
No,
That's
but
a
we already
case.
talked about that. I need to go. I told
Oh,
you there is nothing good in Liberia. The thing you see is a
no,
charade
no.
of a
Well,
court. It's a
I was trying to
makeshift
understand.
court.
I was
It's
trying
a
to
nonsense
understand your.
court.
I was
It's
trying
a
to understand
corrupt
your.
court led by social warlords and criminals. So it's
I
not the
agree to
VA
that.
court that we should be talking about here. A
I agree to
VA
that.
court will not allow that nonsense.
I agree to that. I was
Okay.
also struggling to understand your position because you seems to be in agreement with the country being run by corrupt people, but then you also help Prophet Key to a higher level of standard than the people who are in
Okay.
government
Jessica.
offices.
Jessica.
Mm,
Hold on a little bit, sir. Jessica.
mm,
I will ask you to defend me here on this particular thing about Jessica. Because how people
mm-hmm.
can spoil people need. Don't do that to me.
What happened?
Don't do that to me. Don't insult my intelligence. Don't
What
tell me,
happened?
but I'm okay with what you just said there. That's an insult to my intelligence.
You
And
you
I would
you
don't tell me
you
that
want
nonsense you just said to
you
me.
you
You
want me
say
to
what?
read what I said?
Say. Yes, it's okay, yeah, you could.
Okay. You
I will
have
not come here and somebody insult me. No. Say.
okay. If you give me a chance, so I can repeat myself.
Mm.
We all are in agreement that
Mm-hmm.
No, you did
the,
not say that. You said Margaret. You say what you said about me just now.
you are interrupting me. I can't get a point out.
You said I hold who in high esteem. Who?
Will you let me repeat what
But
I
I kept
said?
quiet. I'm waiting.
But let me every time I try to speak, you are interrupting me. We can't have a decorum if you interrupt me.
We can have a quorum. Let's
I
go.
said you are in agreement with Liberia government being corrupt.
That's why I say you insult my intelligence. Do
You
not
know your
insult
agreement.
me like that.
Wait, you know your
And I
agreement
just
about
I
government.
would like for you to defend me on this case because
But
your people cannot come here and insult me like that.
I've not even finished my point yet, and I'm still getting
But don't
interrupted.
say
That's what
it.
I'm trying to
That's
say.
a taboo for me. Don't tell
Okay,
me
Margaret,
Okay,
so
about being
what?
accused.
Margaret,
Margaret,
let
I
him
beg you,
end.
just give him chance before you
Yeah, you.
hear him fully. Hear him
Nonsense. I
fully
don't want
before
what?
you hear him fully before you inject to what he's saying. He's saying
You want people on
if
me for you people on me.
no, he's saying if I got him right, you in align with what the Liberian government doing because if Prophet Key can go to jail today
Mhm,
for causing man cause. What
mhm.
about the legislators then? The warlords then are passing around. Why are they not in jail today? But only
That what he's
Prophet
saying or
Key.
that what you saying?
I'm
Because
just I'm
what he said is
assuming.
different from what you
I'm
saying.
assuming. That's what I said. I'm
Okay, don't
assuming.
assume. No assumption yet. Tell me what you
Says
said, Papa.
Margaret. Says Margaret. I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak, but I would love all to have a decorum. But you have to allow the people to talk. You are always in the space. All the people trying to talk, and that we can't have a forum.
That's why I told you just now you can lie. And you say, well, you don't lie. Don't tell me, say, you came here for me. That's what you came here for.
No, I no
But
no
you
no no.
wasting your time because you can't get me.
If that is the
I stick
perception,
to
no, we
what I
just trying.
said and what
We
I will
try.
say.
Which
Talking about
say,
you
Margaret,
always
can I get a
you
chance?
always
This guy,
interrupt. You get,
can you
I am a
control the floor so
co-host
I
here. I
get a
can
chance to speak?
interrupt it. You know
Okay,
that.
so what exactly were you trying to say, Mr.
And I
Mamet?
would love to get a chance if I am not interrupted.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, nonsense there.
Asking you
Uh,
now.
uh,
What you say?
can I say it now without being interrupted?
Speak, my brother. Speak.
Here's what I said. Says Margaret was in agreement that the Liberian government are corrupt. We all were on one accord for that.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I was watching the show, what I was trying to understand is her position on this matter. She kept saying Prophet Key is not decent, man cause cannot be used as a way to gain leverage.
Mm-hmm.
That is how he expressed himself. I'm not a fan of Prophet Key. I agree. However, if we are holding Prophet Key to this standard,
Mm-hmm.
then why are we not holding the entire Liberian government to the same standard? Somebody who is not a government official who were never elected into public office. We are holding them to a higher office or standard than the rest of the people in our country who we have put in power to lead us. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Just go answer for me whether I agree, whether I hear anybody to stand on here.
So this is it, right? Since Margaret, from the very beginning of the show, started to explain that it's not just about Prophet Key, it's about the whole system being rotten. We have been the one trying to steer her back into the present. Prophet Key versus the legal system. Was this arrest legal? Was it lawful? Was it in compliance with the Constitution? So maybe the time you came in, that's where you met our conversation at. But that's not what Sis Margaret has been saying.
Yeah, that person who put that I know what they call it, AJ phone. You bring your nonsense to me, it will not be good. The woman is very
I
disrespectful.
keep hearing some like saying that we can't parent Prophet Key. We cannot. We're not the man parent. He's a grown man who has his own family. We can't parent him. But what we all can agree was the legal conversation here is the legal conversation. When I see people talking about, oh, the man causing poor man is not good, those are moral conversation. You can have a Prophet Key if you want to know, that's fine. But the legal interpretation yesterday of the court, honestly, was just targeting towards this man. It was targeting towards this man. To be honest, the amount of cases and the brother who spoke about the previous, so many cases in that country,
And who
women.
say you lied?
I'm not. No, no. I'm not speaking to you, Nancy Maria. I'm just talking to the
No,
audience.
we all agree what you're saying. As I agree
Okay,
with that.
that's what I'm saying. But we we can't parent for a kid. He's an adult. He's an adult. If he does anything legal, I mean illegal, yes, the law the
This
way
is
accountable.
where I come in and people don't understand. Yes, I cannot parent him. I can't parent anyone. Not even my grown children. I can't parent them anymore. I can only advise them on certain things if they are going wrong. What I'm saying, and you said it, I don't know if it was you talk about the platforms. In different parts of the country, in the hinterlands, there are platforms. If we have these platforms, let's bring positivity on these platforms. Simply, that's what I'm trying to say. And Prophet Key calls his platform the world stage. If he has a, if that's what you call parenting him, then that's what I'm saying. If he can use that for positivity, because if this is so bad that he was thrown into jail yesterday, even though you and I know that was not the reason they shitted on him yesterday.
Okay,
We
sis
know that.
Margaret. So let me come in and say something. We
You're
all
not
watch
interrupting me, right?
perfect, sis Margaret. Let me tell you
You're not
something.
interrupting me, right?
No, no, no. You went on a pause. That's why I said let me come in for a
Okay,
minute.
you are pausing too, then you start interrupting me. Finish.
Okay.
I'm finished. So you can, you know, you think that rock on rock.
No, but
Okay.
say,
No, no,
Rock
we're not
on
taking
rock
says
comment.
here.
Hey,
Margaret
sis Margaret, we're not
to
taking
be honest,
That's
competition
say
when
from
they
you.
Margaret
But let me just say
see
something.
disrespect here.
to be
Margaret, let me say
honest.
That is seeing disrespect here.
No,
They
say
see here
Margaret.
we have gone to no. I'm telling you. They see thing talking about we can parent perfectly. No one in their right mind want to parent a grown man. We're talking
Margaret.
about a nation. No, don't do Margaret me. Let me finish. We're talking about country. We got these platforms. These women have platforms too. Why don't they use these platforms for better for better
Okay,
things to do?
okay. So let me
All
come.
these
You
things, if you
ask a
want to
question now. Let me
compile it, let's
address it.
compile. I'm not
Margaret,
hearing you are talking.
Margaret, let me
That's
address
the
your
same
question.
thing business. This person here come on this in a player and say this Oma is very disrespectful. That
Margaret,
is
don't take
rudeness
no,
we're talking about
take
yesterday.
no take emotion for all of this, Sonny.
Say,
We're trying to
What
find a
you know
common
about my
ground.
emotion? You know you
Mar-
ever my emotion?
Margaret, let me say
You
this to
ever
you.
my emotion for you talk about emotion? If you
Happy
people
but
get
Valentine's Day.
personal, yeah, we get personal.
say,
Happy Valentine's Day to you first.
Margaret to
Margaret,
be
let me tell
honest
you
though.
something.
You
You,
better
eh,
put hand
you,
out to
you,
my knee. You call me. Don't bring it to me. So Margaret, and I'm Margaret.
no, we speak in the American way. Margaret, let me say this to you.
So yeah, with you.
If
I don't know
if
Margaret.
if if we talking about change in Liberia,
It has
you
to
and
start from
I
this
live in
platform.
America. You and I live in America. When you go to work, you got gay and lesbian co-worker. You coexist with them. Why do you coexist with them? Because that's where you get your daily bread from.
Because it's the
So
law.
if
No,
Prophet Key
it's a
profanity
law.
is not in line with you,
You went off a little bit because it's the
if
law.
no no no, it's not law. So if
No, for
Prophet
me,
Key,
that's it because it's the law.
no, no,
It is
if
not the it is not a law in
no,
Liberia.
so in Liberia, we watch the Methodist Church. We watch the Methodist Church. Liberia
That's a,
is not a country that have accepted gay
you know what I
and
wanted to
lesbian legally
say
marriage.
before leaving on this place here. I wanted to add to what I said. Maybe they should put it into law. Maybe that would be
Until
better.
it can get put into law,
It should be
let
put
those who
into
want to
law
speak
that
the way they
people
want
should
to
not
speak,
be
let it be
using
accepted.
profanity on people's mothers. I
Unt-
listen. I coexist with with my LGBT community because that is the law, and that morally and from what I was trained, I'm not here to bash anyone. No one's sin is greater than another one's.
Margaret,
So I said
the,
that, and I go about my
the
business.
Methodist Church in Liberia, we saw them. We saw them. The bishop.
Part of warlord in the church. You said that church
Yeah,
But
but we saw the bishop.
nonsense, witches.
The Supreme
Part
Court did
of
not speak
witches
on
just
it
passing around there
when they
chanting
were
witchcraft.
initiating a wedding for
Margaret,
a gay for
I'll let
gay.
to hear what the brother is saying though.
I don't care
It,
what you want to hear him say. I'm telling you what I gotta say. So
Yeah,
when you
but
bring chest business, oh yeah,
your
those freaking
airtime
witches.
your airtime is unfair to the rest of the audience and
I'm
people
gonna show you key
in the
on some
queue.
that I had a
we
co-host here.
we
I
know you the
agree.
co-host. We know you
I
the
agree, but you still
co-host.
gotta let us to share
Madam
our point
co-host,
too.
we beg
You
you,
can
please
you
give
and the
us.
boy, two of y'all want
Madam
to
co-host,
jump on me. But I
Madam
really for
co-host,
you
we beg. No,
anyway.
no, we beg you.
You
I
and
mean,
two
I
of
say
Sama.
anything you say,
What the
I will say
other
I
one
beg
need?
you.
What you need?
Madam
What you
co-host,
need?
Say,
anything you say, I begging you. Please give
No,
us
I'll,
I
time
know
to
two of
I'll,
Sama.
talk.
What you
I'll,
need? What you need?
I'll get my name is Foster. I live in Minnesota. I'll get
Foster
your
and two
contact.
of Sama. Two of
I'll
y'all.
get your contact.
You are two of Sama co-host. I'm just a co-host.
No, I'm
Two of
not
No,
a
y'all
no,
want
no,
to
co-host.
jump
no.
on me. I will jump on
I
you.
don't have a
I'm not a
co-host,
co-host.
Margaret. I don't have a
But
co-host.
anyway,
I'm just
to Azama,
appealing to you,
please share what you're sharing because that's another important case
Margaret.
in
I'm
the
just
country there.
appealing to you. The Supreme Court sat down something that is not our constitution. They saw the Methodist Church initiating a wedding between two gay men, where the church congregation went to the police station and lodged it. And what happened? Oh no, they seen I mean, the police provided security to go and protect the Methodist church. When a gay pastor is gay legalized in our country, no. So why did Yami Bese not interfere at that time? Oh, so it tell
I can
us,
tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
yeah, I thought I won't because I want talking from my mother talking. So they can't hold me in contempt.
I will tell you why.
No.
Because it's a makeshift government. You mean they say no shit about governing anything
Thank you. He
Supreme
know
Court.
nothing about the
Thank you
That
degree
for
is
the
that
the
he
food,
got.
reason
though.
why.
The chief
Wait,
justice
my
knows
people, y'all thank you
nothing.
for the food. Y'all thank you for the food, first of all. Y'all thank you, my God, for now. I hear. I
The
won't
chief
come
justice
in.
knows nothing about the
The
law
reason
degree that he
why
got.
the Chief Justice did not interrupt is because
The
he
Chief Justice,
believes that there is a freedom of association, freedom of religion, even though that religion that the person practicing may contravene with the laws of the land. They
those people
believe
don't know
that
a
you have
thing
the
about
right
governing any
to
country
do
in that
whatever you
country.
want to do with your body. That
They're
why
just
the
treating
Chief
our
Justice did not
people any
intervene.
kind of way they
It's
Also,
want
the
to treat
same
them.
way the
So
Chief Justice should have kept quiet
why
with the
for Prophet Kido
prophecy
using
basis.
profanity.
so
The
Those
So
same
people,
way the Chief Justice should have kept
now
quiet
we
with
are Chief
prophecy
Justice, part
basis.
of bunch
Because
let's
of
let's
prophecy
warlord
get
and
his
let's
women you're
house and he
calling
can
Chief
do
Justice.
whatever he want to do with it.
yeah, here is one of the things that I'm observing, right? As things can unfold in the next 5, 10, 15 years, Liberia in the diaspora that are going to consider going back to Liberia to live there, and their kids who are born here are going to be visiting in and out, right? I'm observing a major potential culture clash. And if our lawmaker and our judiciary branch are not potent enough to really start discussing things in our country, we will run into so many challenges. Okay, I will share a story quick. Like, for example, in Liberia, right? There are schools operating by mouth policy, and it's not in the book. I saw a child being sent home from school because they said the child did not cut his hair. Nothing in the school policy or principal just decide that, right? The laziness to pass a policy or a bill to get to become a law, we have to stop that because that's how lawsuit starts. Um, have you all seen this condition? I think it says that saying it says it's been over almost 40 years, right? The thing is so short. It's I don't even think it's good 50 pages. You know, as things happen, we got to use this scenario and readjust our constitution so that we have reference. And I don't see that a lot happening in Liberia. And that's where the cultural clash is going to come in. When people come from the diaspora, whether they live in England, Minnesota, America, whatever different country, and they adopt other laws and they adopt other way of practices, and then they come to Liberia, and then they are met with some sort of resistance. You know, that's something that need to be a discussion for the future. I just want to put that in space.
my brother, the whole Liberia constitution need a reform. The whole
They need
entire constitution,
an
a whole
overhaul.
reform. It need a reform because we're not living in 1986 again. The things that were accepted in 1986 or rejected are is 2026. This is 40 years ago. It's different.
But I want
Uh,
to ask question. Before
Go
they
okay.
ask
ahead.
for a reform of the constitution, they want that they say, are they even going by it?
They're not
Are
even
they
No,
being
no.
implementing it.
compliant with the
They,
already established ones that they have?
They're not
they,
implementing it because you know why? Liberia, we keep saying Liberia is a Christian nation. Liberia is not a Christian nation. Liberia is a secular nation operating behind the shadow of being a Christian nation. You
exactly.
understand it? Liberia is not a Christian nation, it's a secular nation. All the things then, we condemn the Islamic states, but in an Islamic backed country, you will not see all the nonsense happening. If they happen, it will happen at the lowest of the lowest. But a country that consider itself for unchristian principle got the worst of the worst. Rape is at the peak.
Right.
Sodomization is at the peak.
Right.
Gangsterism is at the peak. No
Right.
healthcare system is at the peak. Corruption starts in the government. And
Women,
the only reason you see now the Chief Justice acting like he using his muzzle because Prophet Key kept exposing his corrupt attitude. And
and
let me tell you,
it impacted his fueling.
yeah,
It impacted him.
he eating.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, where our Liberian politician and feel it. They can build these gigantic house or homes when they empower stealing corrupt money, and they forget to understand that after they fade away, their children will not be in a position to maintain these homes, and they will be dilapidated in the future. We now see a multiple time from presidents to lawmakers in our country and key position holder in our country. All the property have gotten to scratch. Go to Grand Gila, you see door home. His children can renovate it.
Yeah.
Come right on the borderline, you see door home.
Tubman
Tottenham home.
mansion,
The children
trouble.
can
Yeah.
renovate it.
Yeah.
And they keep failing the same way. We're not trend on
Yeah.
our road. We use social media to correct the wrongs in our
Yeah.
country. We're not use prophet keep
The-
profanity, but we
it-
speak with our mouth
yeah.
and they can't do nothing.
And another position I wanted to take, going back to the same point I'm trying to make, right? Every now and then we go visit Liberia. There is no, whether it's a city or a community ordinance, okay? Somebody can just jump in a resident neighborhood, they build a block or bar, they build a club. There's no noise complaint, okay? Again, come back to the same culture clash. I'm not going to be living in Liberia. Somebody just started blasting the music at any time of the day. Like, now communities have to start pushing their lawmaker. And one of the things that our people in Liberia may not know the power they have in the electoral process, because these communities should be calling these senator representatives, hey, we want a town hall meeting. So that town hall meeting, we're going to address concerns within our community that affect us. And you, as our representative or senator, needs to take it to Capitol Hill and present that so that there is law. But again, with the limitation of education in the country, and people just trying to survive, to breathe, and to eat, they don't have the resources to do these things. This is where diaspora Liberian, when you go to Liberia, when you are involved in a community, help those people to understand the power they have in their electoral process. That vote you have that day, on whatever day election comes, to go and cast your vote, be a yeke, be any representative. You are hiring a person to speak for you on Capitol Hill. You should be able to call them, say, hey, we want a town hall meeting. Okay, this is us telling you how we want you to go and advocate for us. We in the diaspora have this exposure now because we have seen how elections are ran in the Western world. Okay,
Right.
our people don't have that. I will plead to every diaspora, whether you're in Australia, England, wherever part of the world you have seen some sort of a structured government. Okay, when
Right.
you go back to Liberia, help your people so they understand the power they have with that vote they have to care for somebody.
Okay. Thank you very much for your point, bro. You want to make a parting statement? Please do, so I can bring somebody else
Yeah,
on.
oh yeah. Sorry, thank you. But I don't often do these things, but the brother there
Yeah.
spoke so eloquently. I just wanted to come into kind of add to
Right.
his point, and I will connect with you, brother. But the frustration yesterday was that the law was used for the people who wanted to use it for themselves,
Right. Right.
and
That
is
part.
women in Liberia are abused domestically, sexually, daily, maljustice, drunk driving that leads to death or injury. Okay, all of these cases are opportunity for us to put something to paper and make it a law so that the lower courts or the Supreme Court can have a reference to help us take this country into 21st century, because we there But like, bro, I've not gotten there yet. You know, so that's
I
that
hear you.
that
Don't even try me. I stay
that
here.
that's what I want to say. But thank you for being on the show, Jessica.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming on. Please like and follow the page. For all of you watching, like and follow the page so that the next time I come on, you instantly have a notification and you can join and we can have these meaningful conversations. I want to say a very big thank you to everybody who has joined so far. Your contributions, even though we don't agree on the same thing, but your contributions are meaningful and I appreciate it. I lay it to heart. I'm not ungrateful. I say thank you all for your meaningful contributions. Thank you.
Yeah,
Back to
I know that
Tiagama.
connection will save Margaret at level fire.
No, the day I come into Minnesota, Jessica, I will drive from Philly straight to Minnesota because I won't be hungry. So I can
Mommy,
go straight
Eh.
to Margaret House to eat out good
Probably
Liberian
you know
food.
where I living.
oh,
I'm living in Georgia.
Oh, Georgia, but
Nonsense.
it ain't good
mommy,
because
Mapua.
I will
in
have to
Minnesota.
pass through there to get to
Mommy,
Minnesota.
spell your name so I can find you on Facebook.
So let's
Tuazama. My first name is
And
Sandy.
I see that name before,
Sandi.
Tuazama. And I see that name before.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
will
Keep
click on you.
talking.
Where other name? What you say? What your name?
My first name is Sandy. Sandi.
No, that
But
Tuazama.
no, my first name is
so
Sandy.
if you just go out of the live and you look up, you will see
Okay,
his
I will
name.
see
His
your
name
Yeah,
names
is
there. I will
yeah.
see your names there.
yeah.
So
So
Sammy,
Let's see
please
your
you're
thing.
in
Jessica,
your
I
thank
bad
say
you,
your.
statement
Let's see. I will
too.
say your
Jessica.
fire. You're bringing
Thank
to
you
me. I'll
so
bring
much
it
for
back
the
to you.
show.
Eh?
You're
And
welcome.
don't let anybody take you out of your good skin. Keep doing what you're doing and just be that person I all know you to be. Sis
Thank
Margaret,
you.
if you felt offensive in any way that I was
You,
speaking, I'm
no,
just
it's okay.
sorry.
It's all
I'm
right.
I'm
You
sorry
know
that you
why I
felt
said
that
what I
way.
said.
But we all want to see a better Liberia
What
so
I
that
said,
when we
what I
take
said,
our
because
kids home,
I'm
we can
always
learn
treated
to
that
show
way by
them that
people.
the same way we live here, we live like that.
People
It's
think they
nothing
always come to
personal.
get me. So
It's nothing personal. We just want a better Liberia so that how we live here, we can live it there. And if our
hello, you can
brothers and
hear me?
sisters back home cannot come here, they can have that same opportunity as well. Thank you for the show. I'm jumping out. Shout out. I'll be watching.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank
dear. See
you.
you.
All right. Where are all the people that hit the call button? Where you at?
You see,
Okay,
they come in, Jessica.
go
All these
ahead, Sis
people
Margaret.
come most of the time when I'm here. That means they can come for.
They don't come for you. They come for the thing that you say. I don't want you to think that they come for you.
Oh, but I mean it. That means saying it, and I'm saying the
Okay.
truth.
You have to
That's what they come
understand
for.
that
They
there's a
come.
difference between you and the thing that you say.
No,
So when they
no.
come, they attack
I
what
am
you
what I
say,
say. I
they
am what
attack
I
your
say.
opinion.
Jessica, when I say that, this is what I mean. People don't want change. The change I'm looking for is forceful. It's hard change. It's not loving change. It's tough love change. Most people don't want that. And I think we are too far gone in Liberia for this nonsense to continue every time, in and out. We come on this platform, we talk. On these platforms, we talk. Nothing changes. And we continue to do it. So they come in the comment section and either they insulting me or whatever, but I have
I'm
business.
sorry about that, Sis Margaret.
I will
Brother with
continue
the
to be
glasses,
who I am.
yeah,
Because
I
your
understand.
mentality, the knowledge you're coming from for insulting me, for me, it's like I paid it
Don't
that.
tell her I brought you up, but you've not accepted it. How are you asking me to bring you up when I add you? You have to accept it. My
Mm.
brother on the right in the car.
I pity
Hi, good
people who come at
afternoon,
me
and
for
please
my
come in.
change. So y'all can talk all day when I bother me.
My brother in the car, can you please come in with what you have to say? I
Yeah,
won't go now.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, I apologize for being in the car, but I just want to say this. I was listening in, and the gentleman, the other gentleman, Foster, is actually my biological brother. So that's how I saw the news fed. But what I want to
Yes.
say is this. Um, I just want to go back a little bit. I know we kind of drew away from that, but the situation
Right.
with Perfect Key,
Prophet King and
I
his
can see
imprisonment.
yes, I can see why a lot of women um according to the news that I've been receiving, sort of accept or they agree with the decision that was made. And one of the fundamental things I have to say here is that you know, Prophet Key behavior is very erratic and he can do better. But
I forgot
most
to
of the
send my
time when
daughter
Prophet
on
Key
this
insult
diet.
people, most of the I mean take my
So
glasses to see
Diane,
my face. It's just that it's sunny my eyeball. Most
yeah,
of the time when
I'm
Prophet Key
here, Mama.
insulting
Wait,
people,
I'm trying to fix my.
most of the time when Prophet Key insulting people, he insult the women they're connected to, whether their mom, their wife, their sister. Like that's the fundamental foundation of the people he insults. So a lot of women have this trauma and this sort of thing against Prophet Key, right? That is true. So it's very easy when they hear things about Prophet Key, negative thing happening to him, to say, hey, you know what? It's good for him. It's good for him. Even those
Right.
even Judge Weah, brother Clarence Weah, right, who used to live in Minnesota, spent a lot of time here. He lives in Fargo now, I think. He posted yesterday, he said, this man insulted my mother for so long, you know, now he's justice served, right? And I
Right.
just want to elaborate on this stuff. That's not justice. You know, I think there are many ways in which the community, the society can hold Prophet Key to a higher standard than to throw him in jail, right? There's a lot of position, a lot of opportunity for people to be part of this organization, and I think saying that, hey, you don't represent a positive image, right? So because of this, the community is going to deny you of this, of that, of this, of that, because we want people who uphold good values, right? As far as their public image. Prophet Key is funny, so a lot of people watch him. Even a lot of women, if you go on Prophet Key content, a lot of women send Prophet Key money and send
Yes,
him
they
information
support
for him
him.
to, yes, for him to be able to put other people's business out there and just, you know, keep everybody entertained. But at the same time, his public image has deteriorated a lot, and a lot of people want to see him suffer, go through this. But personally, I think there's a complete injustice of what happened. Absolutely,
Right.
completely devastating that we live in a day and age where information is right in our pocket, in our phone, and we are still making decisions on emotions as far as what happened to Prophet Key, right? I don't see any constitutional um, crime against him based on what I have read and what I've been listening to. Right? I haven't been in it in depth, but at the same time, the little that I learned, there's nothing there to hold someone in jail to find them guilty
For
of a
6
crime
months.
for
Like
six months.
it's not even 6 days, but 6 months.
Yeah, you know, and again, other than Prophet Key insulting, I don't know the Chief Justice mother or who, he said a lot of other things, right? He said a lot of other things. It seems as if the Chief Justice and the justice system accept all the other claims that Prophet Key put upon the
It's not that
Liberians
they
on.
accept it, brother, but they don't want to reiterate it, because if they reiterate it, then it will draw the minds of Liberian people to it. And that's what they don't want.
So
They
now
don't want
there's
to reiterate that point, because if they do, then it will draw the minds of Liberian people to it. And if Prophet Key is actually given a chance to propound on what he said, the allegation of corruption, he might actually bring something out that will make people want to look into it deeply. So for them, that's their own avoidance strategy.
so it's a censorship. Pretty much, they want to censor people who are
Right,
drawing awareness to all these illegal practices, corruption, and so forth, right? And again, like my brother Foster was saying, these are the people in the highest office in our society, right?
right.
So at some point, I feel like when we go to the polls
To
to
the
vote,
polls.
we need to understand what we're actually voting for. Are we voting on the connection to a tribal line, right? Or are we voting on our belief systems? Are we holding people accountable? Are we fighting to change all these small, like 60-year-old policies and way of life into to our way of life, right? There's a lot of things that I feel like when people don't challenge the government, right? And maybe when they do it, it's in a way that is not very effective, right? But I feel like that is a primary reason why Prophet are put in jail. Censorship, on the need of greed and power showing power and authority, which is
Right.
wrong
And
because
under the
Prophet,
guise of trying to correct moral wrong.
right? And so that means Liberian people need to interpret this as a way to say, hey, you need to accept what we're doing, even if it's wrong. Otherwise, you too can be put in jail and can be censored. That's why I came here. I don't really have much to share. It was very entertaining. I hope since Margaret was here so we can have a little dialogue, but I'll be following more so I can interact with her in the future.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Follow the page. Since Margaret is like a big sis to us, we may not agree, but she's coming, and we all are trying to practically say the same thing. She's looking at it from the morality aspect and upon the foundation upon which Liberia was built as a whole. We are like, we're not Gen Zs, but we're closer to the Gen Zs, and we
Yep.
understand that there's morality and there's legality. And as a Supreme Court Chief George, you understand? You should
Right.
be looking at the issue of legality more than morality. And that's
Right.
where the Chief Justice, failed. He actually failed. But thank you
Yeah.
very much for joining, brother. Thank you for your input. Please like and follow the page. We'll do
All
this
right.
more often. Thank you very much, and bye bye.
All right.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I said good evening,
I
good
was coming
afternoon.
in to
Welcome.
talk to Sis Margaret, but she dropped off.
This is
When she
Margaret
was
Bond.
saying, yeah, when she was saying that the people come after her, I don't think they come after her. No, because in
Yeah,
conversation, having conversation as mature people, everybody has their opinion on different things, right?
right.
So when she come up with her opinion about things, she more firm on it. So when she talking and then disagreeing with people, they're seeing it differently. But sometimes she can be in people's throat. That's what I was trying to tell. I
Say
was trying
Margaret,
to
oh
say to
man,
her.
now.
She
You know
said,
the
And
older
somebody
generation
said,
doing
oh
that.
my, she said, and I know, oh my, you don't get here. Oh."
Then when they call her knee again, she said, "Forehand on it, don't call me by my
Don't
name."
say no.
What was it?
and
So they say,
just to
Say
add this,
Margaret are the older generation, but
just to add this, and more so to the older generation, like you said, when you come on these public platform, right, you
Mhm.
need to be willing for your thoughts and your ideas to be challenged.
Thank you. You're
If
right,
you if
brother. You're very right.
especially
yeah,
politics. Ah,
right,
Hmm.
if you're not willing, you're gonna have a very difficult time, right?
Great, great.
So that's another thing, and if the Liberian,
the
the
only
Liberian,
place where your thoughts cannot be challenged are in the church. When you on the pulpit holding the microphone, the congregation can challenge you because you are on the pulpit and they look up to you. But in any
absolutely,
other place, even in the Senate, senators that challenge their friend senator, representative challenge their friend representative, and it doesn't really. I mean, since Margaret will come around, she's a beautiful soul. She's a nice
she
woman.
she seems
Yeah,
like
they
it. She seems
they
like it. I don't
she
think
of she
anybody
of
has.
generation X, and we are
I,
generation. What it be said? We not generation Y.
I think most of us fall in the millennial class.
I think we are millennials. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we are
think we are
millennial.
millennials. Yeah.
Yeah, most of us fall
So
in the
that
millennial class.
that generation, and there's a generation after generation X before I get to millennials. Oh. So like
I went,
there's a gap. Yes, there's a gap. There's a how to call it social gap between us and St. Margaret generation and the way that they process things and ideas. Look at St. Margaret. Look at where she's coming from. She's strong on Marcos should not even be happening at all. And she's coming from the fact that if Papa Key, because of his wide following, his huge audience, can be causing Marcos on Facebook, a lot of people are emulating him because, in a way, he is an influencer.
yes,
Papa Key influenced elections. Prophet Key
yes,
said things and people listen to him. So people who watch Prophet Key, and I will tell you that I know somebody that has been influenced by Prophet Key. There's a guy they call Francis Doe. Francis Doe, I've been following Francis Doe since 2016. When Francis Doe came out, he was just talking politics. But when Prophet Key started to do the Marcus, the next thing we saw, Francis Doe started cursing Marcus too. At that time, Francis Doe and Yasindi Kwehe, and this other man, Pa Zawiye, and that whole group, they all used to, come on each other's shows and say the same thing collectively. But when Francis Doe decided to go on the path of Marcus, they had to separate themselves from him. But I can say categorically that Francis Doe was influenced by Prophet Key. So since Margaret is looking at it from that aspect, but again, we cannot say that Prophet Key is spoiling the whole of Liberia because Prophet Key said learn that Marcus from somewhere.
And even at that, right? Even at that, this just come to show that our Liberian society, for the most part, you have to get there with them. You can come and be the most profound person and say what you want to say in the most profound way, right? You may not touch them in any way, shape, or form for them to make any kind of change, right? It takes Prophet Key going very low for someone in power to actually feel that they need to do something about it. If you
And why
expose the man
should
for
you even be offended about the law? Again, if you just came, brother, I said something. Prophet Key calls Chief Justice man. Prophet Key did not cause Chief Justice. If Prophet Key calls Chief Justice man and Chief Justice best, Chief Justice will go bring him man and say, Mommy, let the money here go sue. If that you cost my man, then I sue you in court. The judge that will preside over that case will be very stupid. Because
the
my
only
mother is a legal entity, as much as I am a legal entity, and legal entity shape cannot be transferred from one person to another. And no way you cost mama, then I go stay in court. She cost mama, justify it. No, mama get more, she can talk. If she need interpreter, she can speak English. They will provide it for her. That's
and
exactly what the chief
and
judge did.
and and,
Chief
and
judge went to say they cost mama. Bring your ma. Did she hear it? Did she see it? How did the causing of Prophet Key affect your ma? Let your ma come and show proof that she was psychologically affected by the causing that Prophet Key was causing her. You are the one feeling on behalf of your ma. And then
and,
you
and,
decide to use your office to suppress the man. Imagine carry Prophet Key to court. You and all your friends, all your associate justice then, in their full regalia, staring at the man, intimidating him without using any words. And then provide him a lawyer based on his request. The lawyer to what? Coerce him into admitting guilt. And then based on his admission of guilt, you admit that as evidence that he really did, and then you sentence him. Where is the victim of the cause? The victim of the cause is the Chief Justice man. Where is the Chief Justice man? You can cry more than a bereaved. Everybody need to cry their own cry. Y'all bring the Chief Justice man. Let her come us and tell us how the cause that Prophet Key caused her affected her psychologically. Where are the evaluation results? That yes, you were affected because they caused your nunuge. But only in a society that encourages dongle justice will things like this
and,
happen.
and, and let me say this to add to what you're saying, right? Um, our laws mirrors a lot of the American laws, right? For the most part, right? But one of the things that we are forgetting is that the people here in the Western world are extremely exposed. They are able to separate emotions from not just emotion, but they're able to separate legal aspect from moral aspect, right?
Yeah.
In Liberia, the level of in exposure is extremely high. I'm telling you, there are people who have big offices, they have power, right? But the level of exposure that they have is low. And exposure don't mean, oh, I travel here, I travel this. No, it is how you interpret new information that you receive, right? And if you can decipher it and say this makes sense, right? And change yourself to be a better person. That's what exposure actually is, right? Because you can bring an animal in the city. It doesn't mean it's going to transform to city life. It's going to still act like an animal because
Right.
the exposure isn't enough for it to change its instincts. But as human beings, we don't just have instincts, right? We have a moral compass where we can use and make ourselves better. We need to go back to our laws. We need to alter our laws. And the other brother, I know, Sydney, is it Sydney or whatever his name is? Sandy, who was here, he said something very profound, right? He said something very profound. We need to alter our laws, and we need to make sure that our society, how we live life, mirrors the kind of laws that we have. If we want to hold people accountable for insulting, um, then put that in the law to a certain degree. But if it's not in the law, you can't hold people accountable for it, right? I don't support Prophet Key, in how he go about things, but it's very entertaining, and it seems like what he
Did you just say it's very entertaining? Wow, bro.
It was very improper.
That's the
Wow, bro.
point, right? Brother, let's be
What part
honest,
of
right?
his thing is
We cannot
entertaining?
endorse this behavior. I
Right.
repeat,
It's wrong
anybody that
to,
goes,
for whatever, but it's the behavior is wrong though.
it's not
Too
just wrong,
wrong.
it just shows bankruptcy, intellectual bankruptcy. It shows grammatical handicap, that you are grammatically handicapped. It shows that your thoughts and your ideas cannot be pushed forward, propounded without you using profanity. Does profanity get the message really across?
It
No,
does.
it doesn't.
It does for Prophet Key.
But again, poverty can relate to majority of the Liberians because a lot of Liberians are not intelligent.
It's not the most effective way. It's not. I think it's just a lot of frustration that Prophet Key experienced, and
What
Prophet Key feel like
frustration? He has become a national political figure. The
I'm
frustration that he is expressing cannot be his personal
not,
frustration. It has
not
to be the frustration of the nation.
I'm not backing Prophet Key way of communicating, right? I'm not backing it, but there is an explanation for everything, right? I feel like Prophet Key get that low because Prophet Key know that using exposing people for corruption and other things, just by saying it, it doesn't really do anything, right? I'm not
Right. And you cannot correct wrong by
yeah,
doing wrong. So you
yeah,
want to correct the wrong of corruption, but you are doing the wrong of insulting and using profanity and using vulgar language.
agree.
Change does not get effected
So
in that way.
I completely agree. In that regard, I feel like Prophet Key probably started doing that stuff because it increases his fan base, and he feel like he'll get more
Basically.
listeners and things like that. But at the same,
Anybody that don't express themselves intelligent and respectfully, and they always want to put out profanity to get at somebody, they're very limited.
and that's
They're
the
Very
very
limited.
uneducated. No educated, smart, decent person will constantly insult people. You can get your, I can disagree with Jessica 100% here without insulting her.
yep,
Like I can tell her I don't agree. Even husband's wife, you can disagree, but you don't have to insult the person.
absolutely,
And
absolutely,
people will still get drawn to you because what you're saying making sense. You know,
absolutely.
But this is what happened. If you guys notice Prophet Key, right? Somebody say profanity is not illegal. We're not talking about the legality aspect now. We're done with that. We're talking about morality, right?
talking about moral
Yeah.
decency,
Just,
decency.
I know other people want to come, on, so I just want
Prophet
to
Key,
thank you
over
for
time, he
yeah,
was always being embraced by the opposition at any given point in time. I remember when Joshua was coming into power the first time, 2017. Prophet Q was causing Ellen something. Ellen Justice Olive at that time. Prophet Q was causing her. Prophet Q was causing Joseph Baka. Causing Joseph Baka, man. He used to start the show with Marcus. But guess what? CDC was applauding it at that time because it worked for them.
yeah.
So George Weah became president, and the same Prophet Q started causing George Weah, man. The Unity Party people too. They too, they were endorsing it. They loved the idea because to them it was like frying George Weah, but according to them.
So
So they endorsed it. Now that they have become president too, he's doing the same thing. Then
yep.
they won't cry.
So you can hear me, right? I just want to say this before I leave. I know a lot of people want to come on the show, so I'll give up for the time to come on and things like that. We all agree
Mm.
the key ways of his actions is not morally correct. And exposing people also for corruption, labor, it doesn't seem to be working. So as a host, I have one challenge for you, right? I want you to think about this, maybe not today. How can we move forward to hold people accountable in Liberia, get the effect of the result that we're looking for without insulting people, and without trying to threaten people? That's what I have to say. Thank you for the time. I will go out.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So
You
then,
know
thank
what?
you for coming on. This show is gonna have a part two. Go ahead, Washington.
You know what I wanted to ask you? I wanted you to please play the video that Prophet Key did that caused all this. I don't know if you play in the beginning.
No, no, no. So
The
it's a
live that
series
he
of
did.
videos. We don't have it. Every time he went live,
Oh,
and
he
I told you
said
that
things.
that Chief Justice very corrupt.
Oh,
What you
because one
were
video
saying,
I
your
saw that all
mind.
he said, I
Something,
see a
something,
man
something.
cussing part.
Yeah, but you know, Prophet Kina, normally we was today we're coming to Friday pressing my butt. Today will be Friday
Oh,
one.
okay.
That one where he
Okay.
masking something, 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 something. Yeah,
Yeah.
bring that Chief Justice here. Chief Justice, your man Zugubu.
Mm,
Zugubu.
that is
And he
crazy.
will go on and on. But again, he didn't just curse for no reason. He said you are very corrupt. You build, I think they say the Chief Justice building hotel somewhere from corruption money. Because ain't no way your salary is able to put up that kind of structure.
But in another words, so what the guy said about him is true because look at what happened now,
Yeah, because
right?
now when they brought him to court, that they didn't say can't show proof that my salary cannot pay this hotel, right? Can't show proof that I'm corrupt. They didn't say that one. They just capitalized on you cost the Chief Justice man. Then the Chief Justice did not sue him the way I will sue you when you cost my man. You know the Chief Justice did? The Chief Justice got all the associate judges then. They put together all of their sandpaper say come to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not the first place you go to. Mr. Fadiga wrote here that the Supreme Court is the final and the last arbiter of the law. Yes, it is the last, but it is not the first. That matter should have gone through lower courts, right? If anybody not satisfied with the ruling they get, then they can move
I
on to
think,
the higher courts up until they get to the Supreme Court. How come in this case the Supreme Court was the first arbiter of the law?
but are these charges billable? Is it billable?
Obviously not.
I think it is. I
Because
think they just
no,
wanted
it's
to
not available. Listen,
they wanted to do it around the time where it's
it's not
Friday
available.
evening and then take him
The
and
only
then go
thing
to
they
jail and
can
then
do now,
Monday.
the only thing the Supreme Court can do now, it will not be Monday. They'll keep him there for like a week or two. The only thing the Supreme Court can do is to grant judicial pardon. But you cannot. That's the thing about Supreme Court. When a case is being ruled by Supreme Court, you cannot appeal it. You can't appeal to carry differently.
Mm,
If we start a case from the lower court, they say, "Oh, Prophet King guilty." Prophet King says, "I'm not guilty." You go, you appeal. You carry it to a higher court. You go to a higher court. They say you guilty. No, I'm not guilty. You appeal. They carry it. After the Supreme Court, where you go in again? Nowhere.
mm,
It's just like we okay. So from Uriah, that Maquina from Maquina, that Kadiatu from Kadiatu, now me before you, right?
right.
They started from Uriah. They bring it all the way to you. When you finish talking, now waiting else again.
I
And
know.
I case closed when you finish talking. A finish now.
Right.
Who can overturn your decision? They can't
Right.
bring it back down to me. They can't bring it back down to Kadiatu. They can't bring it back down to anybody. I had the whole thing look.
Sure. Mm.
So by right, it should have
So
started from
exactly
the
what
court.
he said is what they're displaying. They're
Yeah, they
corrupt.
are displaying their
They are
corruption. Thank you.
displaying power, abuse of power. And I remember a couple of, I don't know, it was a year ago when somebody has sued him, a lady has sued him to court, and they said that
It was Judy Andy.
expecting to for him to go to court, and he never went to court and all that. I know he went through
No,
all that
he
because me, I
went
don't
to
follow
court. Oh.
this.
He went to court.
I
It
don't
was Judy
follow this
Andy.
stuff.
So that
Okay.
time, George, what he name, Joseph Barker just got into power and stuff like that. And because Perfecti was, causing Joey for Joseph Barker, Perfecti wanted the position of the cultural ambassador. I remember I even did a video say, at the end of the day, you will never be suitable for any corporate office if you build a platform by Marcos.
Yeah.
Perfecti was even cursing President Waka because President Waka refused to meet him and shake his hand, right?
Let me
So
tell you, sorry, I'm cutting.
to
Nobody
identify
will want to
with
identify themselves with such
with
a
that
person.
kind of
When they
tainted
go behind
character.
the
Thank you.
scene, and when he come out, he gonna get upset because all the people in our, oh, we know we make sure this. No, they can't do
Thank you.
anything when he
Hey,
publicly.
fine.
They will just
When
go behind
Judy
the
and he were
scene.
carrying him, Waka did not talk inside it. Nobody talked inside
Yeah,
it to
they will not
influence
identify
it.
with you.
Nobody tried to free him. Alongside Judy Andy, you know that Christian women and that prayer woman that can wear a blue lapa, they wear and the blue
Mm-hmm.
lapa. They were 100. They gathered on the street for 2 weeks. Those men that were rolling in front of the of the court in Liberia saying they want justice. Prophet Kibi can be causing women and mothers with big something cost, and they did not like it. Guess what the lower courts did? They threw that case
Dismiss
out.
it.
They dismissed it like it didn't matter. They dismissed it like Judy and not get feelings. They dismissed it like Judy and can she not get blood. She can't hair. Nah. The Chief Justice get out. Is his mother more important than everybody's mother? Is his mother more important than Judy Andy? That's why I said I'm not even dealing with the Supreme Court. I'm talking to the Ministry of Justice because the Supreme Court is under the Ministry of Justice. That they sit down here. Similar case happened just because that person was not as influential as the Chief Justice. They allowed it to go. They dismissed that case. Prophet King came out on Facebook and he bluffed everybody. Y'all thought y'all coming to be out for me in jail. Fan. At that time,
Nobody
Prophet King
will
had not even
identify themselves.
let me tell you
Don't
what happened. At
continue.
that time, Prophet King had not even relocated to Liberia completely. Oh. Prophet King was still between Ivory Coast and Liberia. When he went, they had to grab him. They released him that same day. He never slept in jail. He went to court 2 times. They threw the case out. Okay. After that time, that was how Prophet King was brave to relocate to
So
Liberia. He
right.
came back because it
And continue doing
thank
what
you
he's
and
doing.
continue because then at the time they won't can cry me or river.
Right.
Agree. They need to free Prophet King. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. As long as it was good for Judy Andy to endure that cost, that big woman cost. Prophet King graphically described that womanhood. Describe it in a way that I'm almost not even proud to have one. And it was
Liberia is a
okay.
country of corruption. You can't be in Liberia
Yeah.
and talk through there. You
But
gotta
it
be
reached
all of Liberia in
to
order
Chief
for you to
Justice now.
express yourself or something. You gotta be all of Liberia. You can't be in Liberia and be doing all that stuff. Mm.
I repeat, somebody says it's not about his thoughts, it's about the things he said about the judiciary branches. Okay, let me repeat it. Yeah, the police is corrupt, the Ministry of Justice is corrupt. Already now they're mad at because the police, the immigration, the drug enforcement agency, the court, all of them under the Ministry of Justice, they are corrupt. The Chief Justice is corrupt.
Are
The
you saying
associate
out of your
judges, they
mouth
are
or you
corrupt.
repeating what he said?
I repeating my own. When I go, let them carry me.
Okay. They will
The Chief
carry you,
Justice is
man.
corrupt. I beg you. Is that how looking at Prophet Key? That Prophet Key can just can't cause he couldn't even defend himself. He had to go offer an apology. I said what I said. I am not going to render apology. Yes. I called the Chief Justice out. I believe I have proof to show that his salary could not fund that hotel that he built. Come to Liberia to say, no, record it and keep it in your phone and come to Liberia carry me. The Chief Justice is corrupt. The justice system in Liberia is corrupt. The associate judges, they are corrupt. All of them are corrupt. Jungle justice, selective justice, hungry justice, biased justice, prejudiced justice. Who know who
Man,
justice?
my good
In the practice in
brother-in-law,
that country
part
there.
of the justice system, Yusuf Kabao. Now my own good brother-in-law down there.
For cherry picking justice, eh? Nitwit justice, oppressive
Mm-hmm.
justice. That is the practicing in the Liberia there. That is the practicing. Wa go your can. Now, thing that why I in different person country, I can't talk inside it too much. But the one I affect my country, I know my freaking right. Hey, come Liberia, you want to be in the internet saying nonsense about Liberia. But let Liberia sue me. Let Liberia sue me. You will get it one by one. This is just an example. It
You
up to
gonna
you
get it?
that Prophet Kikuru defend
I said
himself.
no.
That Prophet the first thing, how the Supreme Court carry you to come? Then you go there with your empty hand, you carry lawyer. They tell you, say, go and bring lawyer. Then you tell the people, say,
I
and I
believe
get
all the
lawyer.
lawyers there was hiding. They didn't want it to go
No, before that said,
to
he
see
told them
really.
clearly, and I get lawyer. See, and I get lawyer. And y'all will have to provide me with lawyer because I'm the supreme leader. So they gave him something.
Um,
Immediately there's something where they gave him reach there, say, I just want to tell you all that my client is wrong. And my client is here to apologize.
it's dead.
They use their own
Oh
lawyer that they
my.
gave to him to admit
Oh, say Makwena.
guilt. Yeah, the lawyer admitted guilt. The lawyer made the client to
Rabbi,
admit guilt.
that
Then
LIB
that
for
guilt he
you.
admitted now, they admitted it into evidence.
That LIB for you.
I said, I see why the case was, it was fast. You know when they carry the court, they say not guilty. Not guilty. The burden of proof rests on the person that bring you to court. We will go there every day until our shoe heal.
No.
Every day we will go there. We will go there till the wheels fall off. We are marching forward. We are marching there. But soon Prophet King reached to go admit. They say case closed. The defendant has agreed to the charges level before him. What? The defendant has agreed to the charges leveled against him. Therefore, he is thereby declared guilty. And as I had a poor the man you, the man said not believe it.
Then
And
when
that's what
I
I
came
say.
across yesterday, I was dying laughing. Room and woman, room and woman. They were calling his wife room and woman. I said, hey, like, what they like, brother.
But I wanna laugh. She too, she sat down there, she just allowed Prophet King to be talking. He be mentioning
That
it.
woman made me
And
laugh
trust me,
yesterday.
all thing Prophet King can be talking, had something why, something can drink water. To be honest, I just feel like he didn't appreciate his wife's vagina. Let's be honest. Because how the heck you come on and you're describing something looking like a twist? It's either the one that you got twist right now or the one that you have been with twist. Because Julie Andy, he never saw it. You understand me?
Mm.
Even the Chief Justice man, he never saw it. So ain't no way he know that it twist. The only two things that can be twist, either the one that he wear right now or the one that he was wear before. Or along the line as he was growing up, he brought up with the one that twists. He brought up with the one that do whatever he used to say about these things. So again, I said something.
That's been
My
so
cost that
brave
anybody
to
will
just
cost me can never
cuss
cost
and
me.
cuss
You
and
can't tell
cuss.
me say, man, Nunu get a green, a orange. It not move me because you never see it before. It will only move me if it really green. You understand? It will only
Mm.
move me if it really green. And I know it's not green because you not see it before.
Mm.
You see it before. So you imagine it. Or maybe you see green one before and you trying to project it. Oh, me say like my own green. My own is not green. So I will not feel it. Like, again, this is to those that be feeling bad about Marcus. Marcus not ain't changed nothing. It's not real. Marcus look, yeah, a movie. You know that movie we watch about Titanic? Jaha it was not real, but will move emotionally. That Jaha Marcus is not real. It will just move you emotionally.
Mm.
Then why the Chief Justice vest? The Chief Justice not vest for the Marcus, the Chief Justice vest because true. His salary can build that can build that building he building over there. That people also.
Maybe that the truth under it making him
And,
pissed off.
again, you know they never mention that because if they are going to mention it, they were going to make people say, say that true. So Prophet said, oh, Prophet said they build hotel. Oh wow. But what kind of hotel he built so? But then let me go to that building and go take a picture of the hotel. It will dig
Mm-hmm.
up more things. So they were silent about that part and were just what? They were just concentrating on the he caused the Chief Justice. Who is the Chief Justice man that she can because when Judy Annie could be because is the Chief Justice man more important than Judy Annie? Eh? Is the Chief Justice man more how do you call it? More important than Judy Annie? And he said, okay, that's why they asked him to bring proof. No, they're not in a Supreme Court. You will not ask me to bring proof when you and all your colleagues sitting down in there. Why your colleagues have to wear their black and red gown? Why? Why they didn't wear their regular t-shirt and jean trouser? Why have to be in your office? Why you didn't carry it to the civil court? It's supposed to be in the civil court. You're supposed to make assignments, not to issue wedding. I said, Chief Justice mad because all the associate justice, the 50 of them honor a putting their signature to the document and inviting them in. Is that not intimidation?
Let be for you. They wanna-
They put together, they put their powers, and it's called a collaboration of forces, collaboration of powers. After they put everything together, control the man. I know Prophet King receive that letter, your whole heart jump or start straight. But Prophet King will be fine. He will come out safe and sound. Jail was not for goat and not for dog, it's for human being. When he in there, he will reflect.
Right,
He will reflect. When he come up, he will find a way to tell his truth. We'll all call him Marcus.
right. I mean, it's unfair to him, but then again, it's a lesson for him when he
It's a
expressing
lesson here.
himself. Let he express himself. Let us hear what he is saying. You know.
Right.
I just know that when you Liberia, you can get voice.
Right.
And then you say, wait for me. I was just there the other day. Why you catch me? You wait for all the airport, be waiting for us. The one I was fed out there, I almost cried on the airport. I got my flight to get it talking about
It didn't
delegates
happen.
is coming. They're stopping us from going to the airport because delegates is coming in the country. I said, my people, I get my flight to Kenya. Can you let me go? The person said no. I said, wow. Donald Trump can be going set somewhere. And other people going other places. Nobody can stop. Nobody. Everybody got their own thing to do. They put stop also. Hmm. I was too fast
To
that
be
day.
honest, if they
I'm
won't
gonna
catch
cry.
something, you shouldn't eat or take treatment from them. How you will be there for 2 weeks and not eat from them? You want him to die from hunger? If they want to do something to Prophet Key, he cannot hide it. They will do it. Let me tell you how. The fact that they got him in there, if he doesn't take the food they gave him, if somebody from outside even bring food to him, they will send in that food.
Mm.
You know, they will to do that.
Yeah.
They will put something in that food
I
and give
mean,
it to
the
him.
ice, too much ice is out. Nobody can do anything to him while he's
Yeah,
in
the more
here.
people that are
Too much
saying, oh,
ice is
they
out
won't
there.
kill him, they will not do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
They can do it. Maybe when he go back later on, later, but they can't do it. The ice is too much on them right now.
But to be honest, right, and this is in every African country, you can't be in the country and be speaking against the ills in the country. You have to
Right.
come out to safety.
I know.
You understand?
That's just smart move. You can't
Yeah,
be
you can't
there
be in
and
the
be
country and be speaking
calling
against
them
the
out
country.
on
You
things,
can speak
even
from
though it
outside.
should be. But we live in a different world now.
Right.
People should have freedom. Even your kids should be able to tell you, "Mommy, the way you yell at me the other day, I don't like it." We should be able to say they should be able to have voice. But who did it crap?
Yo.
Huh? You
So
talk.
guys, I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you're not following this page, please click the follow button. We are almost 80K strong because of you. Because of every one of you that watch me, that follow me, we are 80K strong because of you. So I want to say thank you for every one of you who hopped up on this show today to contribute. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate. Again, keep following, click the follow button, like the live, like
Or
the video. Thank you for all your contributions. I appreciate you. And it's the freaking weekend, guys. Maybe we'll
it's
have
this
another show this
Valentine
evening. Mm.
weekend.
Let us hear. We are not get bad at us here. They coupled up people more oppress us again. I say justice, justice for the single people. Please, no,
On this long
right.
weekend, okay?
Justice for us.
Everybody will go to that booty.
I say, and the bullet ones are feeling good right now. Right. So I might come later today. It depends, or we'll just do tomorrow. We'll have another interactive session, and that will be it for the week. For this page, throughout the week, I'll post videos, but I will only do live during the weekend. Yeah, weekend will be for live. So thank you all
Weekend.
for joining. I appreciate you. And bye bye. Washington, thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
coming.
having me. Thank you. Thank you.
And there are two people I was unable to bring on. One Charles Lynn and one Joe something. I couldn't bring you on. I don't know. It
Sometimes
just
you
kept
need to
rejecting.
update your Facebook app,
Yeah,
or
they
you need
needed
to
to update their Facebook
swap
app.
up and swap back down. Sometimes we have the app on our phone and we don't update it. If you don't update the app, you can't. It's hard for you to join. And then when you're not following the person too, so try your best and click follow. So the next time we having conversation, you could join. This is a no drama platform.
Oh no. This is politics. The Juma platform say I give you that one state of 68K followers you can move. Agent, so I jump on his side. Like agent.
Okay, bye guys.
All right, bye bye. Thank you for coming on Washington.